Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. It's Abs of October Red. This is a bit of a mad one today. So if you're just joining us now or you're following on from the other one, good evening to you. I need to ask you once again, if you can see me, let me know in the chat. I am fiddling with cameras, etc., to make sure that this thing works. Hopefully you've got your notifications on. I'm going to see if I can share this on X so I can get some people in. So bear with me. Make sure I put this up live now. On the hoof as we go. So good evening to all of you. Okay, you can see us fiddling. That's good. I like a bit of fiddling. But good evening to all of you. So we've got Matty Harris coming up first. Interesting fight that he's got with Franklin Ignatius. A bit of needle. These two have gone back and forth. I did speak to Matty before and he was like, they were supposed to fight. Matty ended up sick, got a bit of grief about it. So we'll see how this fight goes. Interesting. Ignatius seems confident. But as you know, you can only judge him off the last fight. And the last fight he had, well, the fight that I remember that Ignatius had was with Jamie TKV. And to me, he didn't look that fabulous. Let me know what the sound is like as well. This is the first time that I'm trying to directly stream from YouTube. So I know the quality might be a bit different. It doesn't seem to like my camera, but we're here and we're going to do it this way. We're going to try another thing because StreamYard are getting a bit extortionate for what they actually are. So say no to StreamYard. So the sound is fine. Thank you very much. I know the camera's a bit dodgy. It won't connect to my phone because that's what I usually use as the camera. So we're on a bit of a suck it and see this evening, so to speak. So welcome to the chat. MX Large, interesting. We can see you fiddling, that's good. So I've got fingers. James Douglas, good evening to you. Evening October. Evening, James. Only Chris Welsh, good to see you. Hope you're well. I'm good, and I hope you are too. And you guys confirming that the sound is okay. Why is it that the boxers you like seem to get beat? I was so gutted for Jordan last night because I go after personalities, not popularity. So sometimes fighters they'll lose. It happens. Sometimes they win as well, but nobody comments, oh, it's great that you spoke to this fighter and they got a win. Everyone always notices the negatives. I think sometimes you guys probably focus a little bit too much on the negatives because they don't always lose. They win sometimes as well. So yeah, absolutely gutted. Following on from that, gutted for Jordan as well. So much to unpack with that fight, actually. Looking back, I'm just thinking, what was the plan? What was he doing? And it seemed to, in my opinion, and obviously Jordan won't mind because I've always been honest. That's one of my strengths. He started to not look his best from about round 3. Jordan's like 6'7". He's really tall, really long arms, really long levers. And to me, he just didn't seem to use like his attributes, and he allowed his opponent to get inside. And that was what was confusing me. It was like, how are you letting this guy get so close? Why are you not literally double jabbing, throwing the backhand, and you're getting backed up onto the ropes? There's so much to unpack with that fight. Devastated to see how he lost. It looks like he was completely exhausted. Obviously, when they threw in the towel, the ref stopped it. He walked away and then literally collapsed on that's exhaustion. That's not concussion. That was because he was exhausted. So then you have to ask, okay, how was the conditioning? There's so much to unpack. I could do a whole show on that fight if I wanted to. Let me go back to the chat. Did I see Chris Lloyd back in boxing? Yes, excellent news. He's with the Boxer Crew. So he's on BBC over there with Boxer for obviously the Lauren Price World Championship fight tonight. That's over there on BBC. I'll only be covering Misfits Pro tonight, by the way. So we're going to be here for the duration of this evening. Chris is saying, I don't know where Jordan Thompson goes. He's not retiring, in my opinion. So he'll take a step down in opposition. But really, this guy lost what, 11 fights, 9 fights? And MX Large, applause for your work. Keep it up, young lady. Thank you very, very much. Andrew McDowell, good evening to you. Hi, Red. And who have you got in the main event? Andrew, can I have a think about it and get back to you? This fight's about to start, and I'm interested to see what's going to happen with this. I need to think about that. I need to think about it. Who have you got, Andrew? I'll ask the question back to you. James said he got tired very quickly. I presume you're talking about Jordan there. Dan the man, I haven't seen you for ages, Dan. Or has it been that long since I've done a stream? Good evening to you as well. I've got Vidal boxing rings around Mastnac. He's a very skilled boxer, isn't he, Andrew? I call Vidal like an original throwback fighter. He really has got really good boxing IQ. Chrissy says Thompson performed better in the Perro fight, and that's what's baffling. That's what got me, Chris. He did perform better in that fight. He lost, but obviously too little, too late. When he started getting joy in that fight, yeah, it was like literally he woke up halfway through the fight, and that was because obviously Daily Perales, who's got in his corner, number 1 or number 2, I think he's number 2, was shouting and screaming at him to wake up, and that was over there in the US. But you know, the pressure coming back to the UK, the last time he fought in the UK was against Jai Opetaia. We don't really know what goes through boxers, minds. The first time I spoke to Jordan, and the conversation's up on the channel, that was the first time I spoke to him since before he had the fight with Jai Opetaia. So I haven't spoken to him on camera for a very long time. And all of us have demons. You got to remember, these fighters are human. But like I said, when these demons maybe follow you into the ring, or these pressures follow you into the ring, it can be detrimental for your career. So it's one of them, isn't it? I'm looking forward to this fight. He's got Peter in his corner, Max McCracken there as well. There's Seltz, obviously, as number 3. I think Max is there because Peter Fury likes to sit outside of the ring. Oh, gosh, let's have a look. Touch gloves. Matty looks in his eyes. Ignatius looks down to the floor. Let's see how this fight goes. Good evening and welcome. You know what it is. It's conversation and commentary, no footage. And this is for the Chisora versus Wilder. But first of all, we go into the fight with Matty Harris and Franklin Ignatius. Oh, my God, is his eye crossed? Is his eye crossed? Franklin Ignatius. Maybe that's why I thought he wasn't looking at him. Here we go. Jabs goes in quickly from Matty Harris to start. Ignatius throws his own overhand. Matty manages to get out the way. Ignatius is coming in quick, attacking the body. There is a massive height difference. Both guys are in the clinch. Could start pretty quickly, is what I'm getting from this. Obviously, one of them's looking for a knockout. Matty there moves around to the left as he throws the jab to the body, to the head. Ignatius comes forward, a bit scrappy with his style, if I'm going to be honest. He's trying to get Matty with that overhand, I suggest, and it's a hand. Matty keeps his lead hand down, which he should. That's his style. The jab hand he always keeps down, but Ignatius is going to try and capitalize on that by throwing that overhand right. He's obviously studied him, and he knows what he's getting into this evening. I know Peter Fury's really strict on the training, and he's got him with the same overhand right. He's got to keep that guard up or expect that punch to be coming in. That's the temple punch, the dangerous punch that you can get those knockouts from. The thing is, with Ignatius, the way that he's moving, he's risking walking onto shots, but it looks like Franklin Ignatius isn't messing around today. He is literally going for it. But this is what we want to see. We can't complain about this type of fight, can we, guys? Because this is what we want. Action from the beginning. A heavyweight fight. Shame this wasn't for an English title or something, to be honest. Let's have a look. We are what, 1 minute 15 seconds away for the end of round one. A quick start for both fighters. We know that Matty Harris is very heavy-handed. He's got that power. Yeah, Ignatius is fighting with emotion here. Balance is so off. Matty's going to toy with him. We can see that he looks confident, throwing the jab. Ignatius goes to throw the overhand again. Doesn't seem to hit him quite clean. Matty Harris throws the backhand twice. Looks like Ignatius potentially could have gone down. Both guys in the clinch as Matty continues to hit him at the side of his head as the ref separates the two. Hit him in the side of the head legally, guys. Matty launches forward, looking to throw the backhand. Matty relies on that backhand. That is one of his, his money shots, so to be, as he throws a shot into the body, an uppercut, a hook. Ignatius bends the head into the body of Matty Harris as both guys punch each other to the body. Ignatius backing up a little bit onto the ropes now, but the guys are fighting on the inside. The ref's allowing it. They come out of the clinch on their own. Matty's throwing the overhand. Ignatius is going for it. Matty's going for it. Ignatius doesn't look like he wants anymore, but he's trying to fight back. Matty fighting nice on the inside. A little bit dirty there, pushing his head back outside of the ring. First bell goes. What an excellent first opening round. Really good to start off with. Matty looks in control. Ignatius looks a bit scrappy, a bit reckless, but we'll see how it goes. Let me get back to the chat with my lovelies. Right, Chris says Thompson performed better. Yeah, we've got to that bit. Yeah, that was really surprising. Andrew says, I've got Chisora as long as he doesn't gas. You know what, Andrew? Chisora said to me that, because I said, why do you always look like you're gassing? Why do you always look like you're tired? And he says that the real fight starts when he's tired. He prefers to fight when he feels gassed. That's when you get the best out of him. Yeah, excellent advice by Peter Fury. Look, do not look for the knockout. Peter, I've been in the gym. I know what Peter's like. Peter likes to see you box. He likes the knockouts, as all people do, but he'll tell him not to be power hungry for that knockout. But I know Matty feels confident. He's got that smile as he sat there in the stool. I'll come back to the chat shortly. Ignatius is literally launching into him. Let's have a look at this. Round two has started. Sweet, sweet, sweet. The right hand goes in. He ain't getting back up. It's over. Well done, Matty. Sweet shot. Did not know what was going to hit him. I didn't think it would last, but I didn't think he'd go that quick. Oh, the relief on Matty's face. Because he knows what this meant. You don't win a fight like this, you ain't going any further. Great fight. What was it? Was that the backhand? Oh, look at Peter. Oh, look. You'll get some good words from Peter. He won't blow smoke up his ass, but he'll be happy at what he's done. Ignatius still on the floor. Let's not try to celebrate. He goes and pays his respect to the other corner. But I know that Matty will be over the moon for winning this fight. Could have been for the English, this could have been, to be fair. Max comes over to take the gum shield out and he says, oh, Peter's got it. His promoter will be pleased. This will mean a lot to him. So let's have a look and see who is going to go in up against next. Sweet shot. Right, let's have a look in the chat. Vidal Riley is one of the favorite boxers to watch. He easily schools Mastnac, in my opinion. Riley will be world champion, not just against Opetaya or Benavides. They say styles make fights. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Andrew, I think I agree with you. Thompson punched himself out. Really risky though, isn't it, Andrew, when you think about it? Are you prepared to take that risk? And this is what Peter was just saying to Matty Harris. He said, do not look for the knockout, because that's what can happen. You load up on your shots, you end up gassing yourself out. That shot was sweet, boy. It was the backhand, and it was just on his chin, wasn't it? Smoked. Well done. Congratulations, Matty. I was just looking at the replay. Oh, it was just on the tip of his nose there. Splattered. Hey, Mr. Oh, super. Good to see you. I'm all good. All the better for seeing you as well. Oh, it's so not. I love, it's so nostalgic when I see the original commenters that used to come to my interviews like years ago. It's very, very heartwarming. Really good to see you, super. Um, Jordan reminds me of that fake Drago. Really? From Newcastle, who retired? Nah, he's not retired, He's signed up with Curtis Woodhouse, so he's boxing. You can say the small hall circuit is not retired. Really? Nah, Jordan's got more skill than that. Damn, that's brutal. Oh, he is cross-eyed, yeah. Harris looks very loose and heavy. That's the way it should be. Yeah. Here we go. Over. Wow. Don't look for the knockout, then the opponent gets knocked out. The best advice ever, though, isn't it, Chris? Don't look for the knockout, then look. El Sparko. Congratulations to Matty. Yeah, well done to him. Let's see who they put him in with next. Yeah, and definitely you can see the difference that Peter has made. More calm, more relaxed. And Matty is a nice guy. You look at him, he's giving Ignatius his respect. He would do anyway, because he is a nice guy. Join the stream to hear October handing out more sweets in a talk shop. You know what, Star Fox, where's Skyliner? Where is your twin? Where is your internet twin? Good to see you, though. I hope Wilder gets sent into space. You know what? Wilder has been, how do I put it? I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I can. I've only watched clips of both Derek and Wilder on the Piers Morgan show, and I found some of the stuff that Wilder was saying just really didn't need to be said on the internet. I get it because I can be quite, vulgar, and like my banter may be a bit, I don't know, in the gutter for some, but the stuff he was saying, I was like, has he no like self-awareness? Is he that comfortable about speaking about really private, intimate things? And I thought, he did say that he's got PTSD, so is this part of it? I just think some things are better off left unsaid. And I was like, what? And then I just turned it off because I just weren't listening to anything else. Would I like him to see knocked into space? No. I wouldn't mind if he won, though. I haven't got like a horse in this race. I'm watching it because I think it's a good fight. And if Derek Chisora wins, do not think for 1 minute he's going to retire. I wouldn't be surprised if he said something like he called out AJ or Usyk or whatever. I really wouldn't be surprised if he gets the dub. Andrew McDowell said it was a short backhand. Yeah, it was sweet, wasn't it? I want to put money on Chisora, but sod's law, Wilder will find the right hand. Who's the underdog in this, by the way? Is it Wilder? And what are the odds? I don't know where Iffy is, why he's not here yet. Iffy usually joins in, and he always bets on the opposition and makes money from it as well. So Jordan needs to slow things down a bit. Yep. Good evening to you, Raymond. Yeah, slow things down a bit. I think there's a lot of reflection that he needs to do. But I wouldn't say he's done. I've seen a lot of comments on social media and saying get in the bin. You know what social media is like. It's brutal, isn't it? I don't think he's done. I think he's put a post out today where he said he's going to be back and whatnot. He knows what he needs to do, and it's down to him. I mean, we've all got opinions. Of course we have, because we're fans of the sport. But do I think he should leave boxing? Nah, I don't. Right, if it's Chisora's final fight, what a British icon and hero he's been at the start. He wasn't liked, but now we all love him. The man never ducked anyone, and he's a warrior with a big heart. I absolutely agree. He is a warrior with a big heart. I think he is a little bit Marmite, but whatever. So yeah, I think he's definitely done a lot for British boxing, and it would be nice to see him definitely get some kind of recognition for that. But something tells me he's just not going to retire if he gets this dub. So Star Fox, so does Wilder's ex after hearing him tell those stories. Well, there's some allegations that it's got messy, put it that way. I'm sure it won't take you 5 minutes to have a look on the internet, but I think there's been some counter arguments from his ex-wife's side. It's just a mess. But stuff like that, do we really need to know about it? Does it really matter? You know, so I don't know. I don't know. Wilder will say punch resistance is Wilder, we all say punch resistance gone, but I like what I've seen from Wilder in the build up. It's the first time I've seen him actually have confidence. And if Wilder gets the KO, I want him to call out Joshua. That was another fight that was supposed to happen that didn't happen. So yeah, why not call him out? Yes. Speaks well. Which one? Wilder. Okay, so Wilder's the underdog. Good to see you, Darren. Okay. Let's have a look. Can get a 3-1. Oh, they're close though. Can get a 3-1 on a Wilder stoppage. 3-1. Interesting. So Chris goes to say goes two ways for me. Chisora on points or Wilder by KO. Now I think Chisora can KO him as well. The only way I see both of the guys winning, I've got Chisora on points, but Chisora can KO him. But I like to think Wilder won't be naive. I think Chisora's put on those extra pounds as well for shock, like a shock absorber. I know it sounds a bit crazy, but I think he believes if he comes in heavier, don't do this, DAZN. I hate when this. Let me not. I think he's coming heavier to potentially be able to absorb the power from Wilder. Don't quote me on it, but this is his career heaviest. And if you go back and look through his weights, I think the first fight. Which fight did Dillian knock him out? Was it? He came in heavier in one of those Dillian White fights on purpose. I can't remember which one it is now. I'd have to go back and have a look again. Iffy, there you are. Oh, Chisora is definitely retiring if he wins. You reckon? You're definitely not. Absolutely. Oh, you're saying even if he loses. Good to see you, Iffy. Who have you put your bets on? All right, 11-8 Chisora stoppage. Oh, thank you so much. Super. Good to see Matty getting a stoppage. Win and a bit of maturity under Peter. I appreciate the super chats. Very, very kind of you. Can I like that? Does that do anything? Can I like it? Don't know. I don't even know how that works. So the only Chris Welsh goes, if Wilder gets the KO win, that should be the return fight for AJ. People say it's risky, but Wilder and Fury only fights are the only fights we want to see AJ in. Yeah, and quite rightly so. Why wouldn't we want to see them in those fights? Let me see. Can I put that on the screen? Does that even? Oh, it doesn't even work. I miss StreamYard. I don't think I can cope with this. Right. Chisora in 6 rounds. Wilder, I don't believe, will take Chisora's onslaught. But Chisora isn't always hard to find. Now, it's not hard to find. So, yeah, he does have to be extremely careful. Chisora isn't hard to find, but because he just fights, it's like, you know, when some fighters talk about expressing themselves in the ring, that's what Chisora does. When you look at his style, he's very, what's the word that they use, unorthodox. He just does what he wants in there. And I've seen him look absolutely exhausted, swinging like crazy, but still get the dub. It's just the way he is. Career heavyweight at 42. Chisora is bogging. I think it's shock absorbers. I'm thinking it's for power. I think it's to absorb the power from Wilder. So if he goes on to say Wilder, and I'm tempted to now put one on Bentley to lose to his opponent, no joke, plus ring rust. Oh, don't do this. Do we have to do this, Iffy? You've gone and done that now. Let's have a look. Chris says it was a white rematch. Yeah, I thought so. So he's come in heavier to try and absorb the power. But we'll see. We'll see if it works. That's just me making a guess. Andrew said Chisora has a good head movement and survival skills. Yeah, because he's a natural fighter, isn't he? And we've seen that so many times. Chisora will be too slow for Wilder, in my opinion. Do you think Wilder's still got that speed? And I'm looking at it. All right, cast my memory back to Wilder versus Zhang. When you talk about like the speed or being hard to find in the ring, I'm not sure if Wilder's still got that explosive speed that he used to have. I don't know. It's a tricky one. Wilder looked awful in his last fight, and Chisora versus Wilder is intriguing for me. I don't think it's a straight. No, I don't think it's straightforward either. I think it's tricky. I've been there. I haven't watched Wilder live, as in like been ringside, but I've watched Chisora a couple of times. And when you think he's got nothing left, he just gets stronger and he just keeps on coming in and literally going for the kill. And he's vile, a vile person to have in the ring coming after you. No, he's not this neat, composed, compact, artistic, whatever boxer. But remember who was it? Usyk had him for his second fight, and didn't Usyk say that was one of the hardest fights he had because of how unorthodox Derek Chisora is? Right. Star Fox, is October back in Bentley? Put that put that bet on. She's on an ulti. Oh, you know what it is? I think sometimes. No, but I've never been good at predictions. That's why I don't like doing them, if I'm honest. But I like Bentley as a person. I'm not saying that he's going to win, but I like him as a person. I haven't looked at his opponent enough to say that there's a risk for him. Yeah, there's loads of ring rust. Denzel's been calling out guys for like forever. Do you know what I mean? Or Anthony Joshua's just arrived with Eddie Hearn. Kugan Cassius, IFL TV, following them around to get that exclusive interview with his camera guys there with him. Looks like there's some social media guys behind them, security. One of the guys that AJ's always with as his security. Interesting to see. I reckon Derek is always going to call him out if he wins, Oh, Django, good to see you. Greetings to you as well in Brooklyn. I hope all is well over there at the moment. I've been watching. Oh, not this rubbish. These spammers again. Yeah, we're getting all these spammers. Good to see you as well. Hope all is well over there in the States. My heart goes out to a lot of you at the moment. There's so much going on. And yeah, every day that I open my YouTube, because I've been following all the political stuff, which I'm not going to talk about on here. But yeah, I hope you guys are okay in the US. Chrissy said Bentley will win despite inactivities. I really don't rate the middleweight division, especially now Adames has gone to 168. That's why Zoo has gone there. A huge opportunity to win world titles. Interesting to see that. Andrew said, is Kugan always drunk? Nah, he's not. Nah. He's not always drunk. And I've said it before, and I'll say it 1,000 times, out of all of the guys in the industry, and obviously when I first started, which is 6 years ago, but 5 years ago for going to boxing matches, Kugan was always one of them that's always supported my work, always given me advice, and been a great, great advocate for the channel. Nice guy, lovely guy. And now I haven't seen him drunk, if I'm honest, but he's a really cool guy. Got a lot of time for Kugan, got a lot of time for IFL. Oh, you man are done for. Good evening to you. Always like to see Eddie and Joshua together. What a journey of loyalty. And I would absolutely love, and I don't know if it's going to happen, because you know what? I want your opinion. You guys listen to my stuff. You watch my content. You know what I'm like. I really want to have a sit down with Conor Benn. but I believe the chances of that happening are extremely thin. There's so much I want to ask him. There's so much I want to find out what he's doing, just the why. But I don't think I'll get that conversation. Remember, he's fighting obviously this week coming. Unfortunately, I wasn't on any of the mailing lists for that fight, so I'm not going to the fight itself or any of the media days. However, I will try and get some content next week from the guys that are fighting on the card. Let's have a look. Chris is saying, I rate Johnny Beck, but radio silence with him after the failed drug test. And this is the thing about drug tests, because have they continuously been taking drugs and have just never been caught, or have they just been caught now? Yes, I know Eddie's going to his fight, and apparently with Connor, the questions will be screened. Well, it's a shame that, because I've got so much that I'd love to sit down and speak to him about, and it would be terrible if they are actually screened, and I can't have that honest conversation with him. Because I did watch the whole, well, I didn't watch it, I was listening to it when I was driving back from Manchester the other day, his interview that he did, and it was very interesting to say the least. It was great that Coogan picked up on that straight away and got the conversation with Eddie Hearn. And then obviously it's about money, borrowing money being paid back, the conflict about the money being or not being lent for legal fees. And then Eddie's come out today and said, well, actually, I've got receipts now that you did. I did give you money for legal fees. So what are you going to say now? So Eddie's saying he wants the apology public, etc., etc. But I'm not sure he's going to get that. I'm not sure he's going to get that. So like I said, it would have been great to speak to Connor, but I doubt if I'm getting anywhere near him now, especially as I'm not on their accredited media list for fight week. So let's have a look. Right, loyalty is frailty. You have to be selfish in this world. And you know what? John Ford, I agree with that. And the thing is, nobody is saying don't go and take the money. Not one person has gone out there and said, don't take the money. Stay where you are for loyalty. It's like, yeah, all right, that's more money. Yeah, go and get paid. It's not that, is it? It's the way that it's been done. And that's what the issue is. It's like, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this. Probably slipped up on not signing that renewal contract, and it's cost them dearly. So it's about the way you do things. You don't just like do a public announcement, or like after all of that years of relationship, send a legal letter to say I'm leaving you, and then put out a public post saying, I still want to work with you, or I still want you to be on my team. Like I said when I did the live, when it came out, I was like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? So yeah, there's so much to cover with that. It's not straightforward, but like I said, I probably won't get anywhere near him. Chris says, I don't see Conor Ben being asked tough questions, to be honest. It's just be nice questions about his fight. And Super goes on to say loyalty is everything. And Andrew says Conor is a coward. Now, like I said, there's so many layers to this. Now, I have a certain type of way of asking questions because I'm interested and I want to know the answer. I'm not trying to catch you out. I'm not trying to make you look like an idiot. There's just loads of like unanswered things that are going around in my head. So I want to ask those questions, but sometimes people don't like that. And you'll see the ones that don't like that because I rarely get them on the channel, but we'll see. I'll try, but I doubt it. Joseph is saying, come on, Denzel, with the Ghanaian flag, strong. What a beautiful flag that is. Andrew said, if Conor wants to go back to Matchroom, he needs to fight Boots. I think he's leaving himself in a tricky position. Yes, money talks. If they can make some money off him, yeah, of course they'll do business with him. But, oh, my God, what a bitter taste in the mouth that is. There's no loyalty when it comes to business. Clearly not, Joseph, but I operate a little bit different than that. And one of the things that I was always taught is not to bite the hand that feeds me. Foxy, I can't remember a fight where the British public will support an American over a Brit. The Conor ring entrance will be interesting. And you know what, Foxy, is spot on. When he comes into that ring, what is the response going to be like? Is that even going to play on him? Is he going to be thinking about it now leading up to fight week? There's so many questions, Foxy. So many questions. Columbo in the interviews. Listen, you know how frustrating it is sometimes. And I was saying this, and I want you guys to be honest because I know you lot are honest, and you will tell me about my backside if you want to. You know how long I've been doing this. You know that I do work hard. You know that my style is different, and that's it. Some like it and some don't. I always get praised. Oh yeah, great questions, fantastic questions. And some of you lot have even put in my comments recently, we need to see you at more events. We like this, the way you do stuff, etc., etc. Really encouraging. But even though the industry knows that, I will never get put onto anything. I'll still be independent and I'll still have to literally chip away, chip away, chip away. Because, ladies and gentlemen, my face, it just doesn't fit, you could say, the boxing institution. And I get that. It's one of them, innit? But I will always try and get the best content for you guys, albeit I love doing these watch-alongs. I'm not going to lie. I do love a watch-along. Let's have a wee look. So Matchroom not taking Conor back, in my opinion. Barry Hearn is the one that's obviously angry the most. And yeah, and it's understandable. I mean, listen, like I said, I operate off that kind of attitude, that loyalty thing that, you know, I've helped you, you've helped me. We have that kind of bond, albeit in business, we still have that bond. But here we go. We do call it conversation and commentary. So if you've just joined us, I am Abs of October Red. This is a live watch along for the Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. There is no footage, but we do a lot of conversation and commentary. And we have got Denzel Bentley versus, is it Saavedra? We're going to start off with round number 1. I will get back to the chat. You know what I'm like. I'd never leave the chat alone. So here we go. Let's have a look at the size. Okay. Saavedra is sort of like crouched down, looking to come forward, taking the center of the ring. I think Denzel throws the 1-2 to start off with, as Denzel then tries to get his position in the center of the ring, which he's done, and he throws the 1-2 once again. Saavedra seems to be just looking for opportunities. Bentley's got that tight guard. The elbows are tucked in as he throws out a lovely jab to the body of Saavedra. He doesn't look too bad at the moment, to be fair, Denzel. We're talking about ring rust. It is early days. We are, just a minute into round number 1. Saavedra throws the jab, but it's blocked by the guard of Bentley. Bentley's in the blue corner at the moment, comfortable in there as an overhand right body shot comes in. Both guys in the clinch. Bentley spins out of the clinch as the ref comes in to separate the two. Let's have a look. I like both guys. We're seeing the head offline by Saavedra. Denzel not so much with the head offline, but I do like that tight guard as he pushes out the jab. Saavedra looks to feint, which he's doing quite nicely, and throws in the 1-2 and gets Bentley into the clinch that he moves away from. Saavedra is taking the center of the ring, goes to throw the 1-2, and the 2 is missed as Bentley moves around to the left. Nice lateral movement as well from Bentley, not staying static in one position as he throws out the jab. Too comfortable to potentially get backed into the corner as Saavedra seems to understand how to cut the ring off, but Bentley also seems to know his way around the ring and doesn't stay in the corners for too long like we saw with some of the fighters last night. Saavedra goes to the body and the head. Bentley then throws back an aggressive hook. Saavedra goes to their body and the head once again. Both guys in the clinch, punching in the clinch. Head shots, body shots by Bentley. as he pushes him off. The ref doesn't need to separate the two. We like that. Saavedra lunges in there with a nice jab to the body and follows it up. Nice work from Saavedra. I think you can see that he's starting to get a little bit comfortable with what he was doing, finding his range so he can get inside, so he can do that work. He's now starting to slip some of the shots that's coming from Bentley as he throws out a jab. Nice guard from both guys, elbows tucked in. Bentley hits him with a nice backhand. Saavedra comes in with better combinations to the body. He's got like a nice 1-2 to the body. Round number 2 is over. Andrew, let's have a look. Robert Brown says, "You're a beautiful lady. I love your features and structure." Robert, can you love my interviews? Can you love my conversations? But thank you. Thank you very much. I'll send you a check in the post. Andrew says, "Can you get sponsored to cover travel costs?" You know what? It's not that. It's the fact that I actually enjoy doing the watch alongs. I do go to a lot of media events. I was at the Moses Atama fight night. I just pick and choose which ones I go to. But like I said, the one that's coming up this week with Reactpor, with TKV, with Fraser Clark, not on the list for that. So I can't get into that one at all. But I will be doing another watch along. Will I go back to StreamYard or will I do it on YouTube again? Who knows? We are going into round number 2. And this is a 12-round fight between Denzel Bentley and Saavedra. Probably should have got his first name. Nice counter work from both guys. That's nice work from Bentley, throwing in the 1-2s and getting out of range. Comfortable on the back foot, but focused in what he is doing. He's obviously read what Saavedra is doing in round number 1, which is to basically get inside and attack to the head and the body. He's going upstairs and downstairs. Clever with his approach. I haven't seen any of the fights from Saavedra before, if I'm honest. But Denzel seems to have understood the mission, albeit the guys are now fighting in the clinch, which the ref's confident to let them do it. But Denzel came back, threw the shots, got out of range, and then got back into work. And that's what we like to see. Not somebody that throws a shot, stands there, pauses, stares at their opponent, like, oh, okay, what are we going to do next? This is good boxing. A 1-2 coming in from Bentley. Saavedra just there, gives him the hook to the face. One, two, three, four. Good work coming in. This is all from Saavedra that pushes Bentley back onto the ropes. Both guys fighting in the clinch. Very aggressive. I like the work that's coming in from Saavedra. Nice timing as well. The jab once again catches Denzel. Denzel throws back the 1-2. Goes to throw the hook, misses. Saavedra comes in on the inside. A really aggressive on the inside, throwing the shots to the body and to the head. Bentley pushes him away. Let's have a look. Nice hooks coming in there. Saavedra once again lunges forward as Denzel's walking out of the way and manages to land the 1-2. Nice work there from Denzel as he just flicks out that jab to the end of the nose of Saavedra. 1-2 once again from Bentley. Saavedra comes in, lunges, goes down low, and then goes to hit up high. I like that style. Where's he from? Do you see this? He crouches down like he's going to go low, but then goes high. Beautiful counters from the both there. Denzel got him with one that looked like it rocked his jaw a bit, but not enough for him to stop the barrage of punches. What a good fight so far with these two gentlemen. I see that crouching, going low to come back up high. He's got to know what he's doing. As soon as he goes low, just reset, move out the way, or punch down at him. We see this. Oh, he's Venezuelan. See, watch. He dips down and then he goes straight upstairs. Guard, low, body shot, heads. Nice. Nice work. Nice. Right, I don't know what's going on with Ben in the Prograis fight. Apparently, Prograis is actually injured. And the catchweight carry on. Who knows? I think I heard Eddie say something. There was a bit of a rumor that something was going on with the fight, but me being me, Me being a bit of a conspiracy theorist, thought, oh, I wonder if there's some legal issues, and then that, allegedly, I don't know anything, and maybe they're trying to get the fight stopped. I don't know. Django, we enjoy the watch along with you. Yeah, I love the watch alongs. I do. Just look at this chat. Chris says the footage of Hearn and AJ entering uh, the arena and Wilder walks past them. Oh, I missed that. I think it's just the fact Hearn didn't call. But you got me there. I thought you misspelled Hearn, but it's Hen, isn't it? It's just the fact that Connor didn't even call Eddie to let him know he was leaving. That's proper snaky. I agree with you, because however you put it, and if Connor was to like come up to me now and say, what did you say about me? The way you did it, it doesn't look good. I don't know why that would even be frowned upon. Nobody's saying to you, don't go and get the money. But it's like, it's not what you say, is it? It's the way that you say it. It's the way that you conduct yourself. Because if it is a one fight deal, fair enough. Who's going to have him back? Where's he going to go? Or is he going to stay with them? It's all up in the air. I guess this time next week, not this time next week, in about a couple of weeks' time, we'll know the full picture, won't we? But for now, we'll just have to wait and see. Get back into this round. We are in round number 3 of 12. Potentially a fight that could go the distance. Beautiful counter shot there as Denzel rolls under a hook from Saavedra. Let's have a look. Both guys are in the clinch, and the ref separates the two, tells him to giving Saavedra a warning. They're about tucking the head in, potentially warning him to make sure that he doesn't headbutt. 1, 2, 3. These combinations from Saavedra. Look at this jab. 1, 2. On the eye watching this, honestly, Saavedra is looking really, really tidy. Bentley is firing back. 1, 2. He comes back with that 1, 2. But it's the way that Saavedra like tucks up and throws those combinations. As he does, dips again, but Denzel catches him coming in. 1, 2, 3. Denzel throws his own combinations. Good work there. Slips and rolls under the potential hook that was coming back from Saavedra. We like that. Look at that thinking as he flicks out that jab. All I want is Denzel to not like stay in the corners. Just use the ring a little bit more. Make use of the ring. Listen, I'm not saying that he's not comfortable on the back foot, but make the use of the ring. Move around. That lateral movement that he had to start off with. Nice spin work there. I do like that when they try and get you onto the ropes and you just dip under it and spin out. And that is by Denzel Bentley as he jabs to the head, jabs to the body. Saavedra once again tucks up and comes forward, throws the body and the hook, both of them countering at the same time in the clinch. Shots going in the clinch. I like this fight. So that better movement from Denzel. I think that's the first feint I've seen him do this evening, but Saavedra still manages to get in. Bentley shells up, so the shots weren't really landing. Probably off the arms and the shoulders. Jab to the body from Saavedra. Jab to the head from Denzel. Denzel goes to throw the backhand. Saavedra gets out the way of that. I'm not scoring this, by the way, because you know what I'm like with my scores. You lot in the chat, oh, you backing fighters that lose. Oh, if you're putting a bet on that fight, I'm going to go opposite. Listen, allow it. What kind of faces do they look for? Not mine, mate. Not mine. Foxy says, I hope Kelly gets his fight at Sunderland. I do like Josh Kelly. Sunderland Football Stadium. Fundora, I heard, as a possibility, to which I think Kelly loses. But how many seats could you sell? 49k? I don't know how Kelly sells. And I don't how keen are Sunderland on the boxing. So Foxy, that's something that I'm a little bit ignorant on. So please feel free to educate me in the comments. Right, agreed. It's only because Ben didn't have the talk with Matchroom. Then Matchroom would potentially be more understanding. Listen, they're probably going to be annoyed. Of course, they're going to be annoyed. It's like their boy and everything they've done for them. But it's a less of a blow, isn't it? It's like you waking up, looking on the internet, and like your wife or your partner's just left you, but they've just let everyone on the internet know. And then you check your email and it's like, yeah, she's gone. or he's gone, or what. It's like, what? Why am I the last to know? Right, here we go into round 4 of 12. Some nice counters, throwing, equal throwing, even though Saavedra seems to have thrown more. We are in round number 4, and this is a 12-round fight. Good work. I don't think literally Bentley's showing any ring rust, if I'm honest. He's doing kind of well. The opponent's tough. I think he's probably getting frustrated with the clinch as he looks at the ref like to say, come on, man, what's he keep clinching me for? Lovely body work there. And I think sometimes with these guys, don't headhunt them. Go to the body, break them down to the body. As a jab comes out from Denzel, then a 1-2, goes into the face, jab down to the body, uppercut. Saavedra comes back with his own 1-2-3, and the 3 is like a sweet uppercut on Denzel. Once again, in the clinch, Denzel's back towards the ropes. Move, pivot off again. Overhand coming in from Saavedra there. Looks as if, like, you know, he's on your chest, isn't it? Saavedra's one of these boxers that just sticks on your chest. You know what I'm saying? How you're going to deal with an opponent that's on your chest? He's stuck on his chest. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can't get away from him. Only when the break out of the clinch. But I don't think the ring rust is too bad, if I'm honest. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a combination coming in from Saavedra, and that's work to the body of Denzel. Bentley, I beg your pardon. Jab to the body, backhand to the body from Saavedra, overhand, 1-2, and the last one was an overhand from Bentley. Bentley, like, dips down, looks through the guard, throws the jab through the guard. 1-2, nice there. The hook on the 2 was really sweet there. Landed the shot. Saavedra just comes in once again to the body, attacking the body, working on the inside. I think that was an uppercut there. We saw the head move of Bentley, but we also saw, what's that? All right, so talking to Saavedra about low blows, giving him a warning, telling him to keep his hands up. We've got 20 seconds left in round number 4 of 12. Don't make a meal of it. Just get on with it. I know he's hit you low. Ref's giving him a good stern talking to. Right, here we go. Feint. Nice, lovely hook coming in from Denzel after the feints. 1-2. Once again, coming in from Bentley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 combinations coming in from Saavedra. Nice inside work there from Saavedra. Bentley trying to get his own shots off as they fight. Lovely work to fight out of the clinch there. Lovely hooks going into the head of Saavedra from Bentley. Chrissy said October does the best interviews, very versatile with the questions. You know, like I said, Chris, I'm just nosy and I want to know. I want to know things. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I want to know what you're saying. It's just sheer nosiness. Let's have a wee look. Daz is saying, calm down, Robert. Bless him. Andrew's saying Denzel's too slow. If he said the odds weren't good enough to place anything. But you see what I mean about his opponents. He's a stoppage specialist. Awesome. Okay. And I think he's just getting started. Interesting. Starfox says October might have the best head movement in all of you. You know what? I am like this, sorry. I do move around because I do think, what would I be doing when I'm in the ring? Like I said, I'm in boxing because I love the sport. I'm learning. I'm no expert, but I really enjoy watching it. So yes, I do move around when I'm looking at the fights as we go into round number 5 of 12. Put my teeth back in. Denzel comes out with a nice couple of jabs there, pushing Saavedra back. Once you can see Saavedra once again looking to tuck up, looking to go down. But it looks like Bentley's trying to read what he's doing now, maybe seen the pattern, and he's catching him on the way through. 1, 2, 3. That's coming in from Saavedra as once again Bentley's managed to pivot around, spin him off. The hook comes in from Saavedra there. Once again, the guy's in the clinch. 1, 2 coming in from Saavedra. all the way through this fight, I would say Saavedra has been confidently in the center of the ring, the dominant force. Bentley's fighting off the back foot, but like I said, not looking uncomfortable in there. But let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. This is the work from Saavedra once again. I think he keeps on hitting him low as well. The refs just give him another warning. You probably get a point taken off if that happens again. Both of them throwing at the same time. Nice jab, nice backhand there from Bentley. As Saavedra looked to walk in as he throws his own shots, comes inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see what he does. He guards up, goes down, and goes for the body shots on the inside. A lot of inside body work here from Saavedra. Overhand, but at the back of the head there. Bentley's complaining about that. The ref ignores it, separates them, says just get on with it. Hooks coming in from Bentley. Both guys in the clinch as Bentley just throws him off. I think it's pointless talking to the ref, but there have been a couple of rabbit punches that we've seen here from Saavedra. Intentional? I don't know. I've not watched Saavedra before. If he seems to be the one with the knowledge on this opponent. I love the way that he moves, though. I do like that. The way he dips in, comes forward, 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't just let off like a 1, 2. There's a barrage of them. Does Bentley look like he's bothered by the shots necessarily? No. He's tough as hell. He's taking the shots, throwing his own back. But I would say probably from every 4 shots that Saavedra throws, Denzel throws a 2 or a 3 back. I'm not scoring this, guys. So if you are, please feel free to put those scores in the chat. We go round number 4 done. Let's get back down. Denzel, odds weren't good enough. We've got there, haven't we? I think he's just getting started. Head movement. Ben is the type to be buzzing now that he knows Prograis is injured. And that's from Aljo. If I heard you make Eddie a good offer, he'll hand over the logbook for Connor's Rolls Royce. You are funny. Here we go. The main guys are getting wrapped up. Deontay Wilder with his headphones on, blocking out all the noise. You've got the officials making sure the gloves are being wrapped. I'm just trying to look and see. Right, yeah, that's obviously Derek Chisora's trainer. I can't remember his name. I have actually had him on camera before, and I can't remember his name. Goes right over the top of my head. I think I'm getting old. I always forget people's names. Getting these spam stuff coming in at the moment. Right, let's have a look as these two go through it. This opponent is aggressive. Like after 8 rounds to go. Yeah, that's from Iffy. Foxy says, no, it's something I wonder about Kelly as well. How well supported would he be at a stadium fight? Which is it's a fair comment, Foxy. He's probably the face of the Northeast boxing, so you'd hope that he'd get support from Newcastle as well. Yeah, you can't really argue with that, can you? But it's like when you get the stadium, it's like, okay, I know that I think I'd be twitching a bit if it was the pressure was put on like that, because it's like, okay, so how many fans have you actually got? Dunfor says Eddie Hearn has a pattern of people leaving him, though, like the exodus that went to Boxer. It's hard to feel for him because it's a pattern. I don't think it's leaving. I don't think it's leaving him that's like the issue. I think it's the way that you leave somebody. Like fighters come and go all the time. Of course they do. It happens, but it's the way you do it. That was a nice hook there into the head of Bentley from Saavedra. Once again, the combinations coming in again from Saavedra. Good boxing, though. I do like this. Okay, little bit scrappy there from Saavedra. Still the shots coming into the body. Bentley conserving his energy as we are in round number 6 of 12. We're halfway through. Making the shots count, not necessarily, burning himself out. We've still got 6 rounds left. This is a 12-round fight, and it potentially will go because Denzel took some shots, not gone anywhere. Equally, he's give shots back to Saavedra, and he's still standing. I say that, and then someone goes down to the floor. I've done this before now. I'll tell you what, when I was watching Brad Pauls and what's his name? Shaquille Thompson. And I was like, what is Brad Pauls doing? He looks absolutely gassed. Ping. Brad Pauls gets my man out of there. Shaquille, and I was like, what? And I was some to and fro on Instagram. I was going like, wow, you said that and look what happened. I was like, bro, commentators curse all the time as these two are going backwards and forwards as well. The jab coming out from Denzel, 1, 2, 3. Combinations coming in from Saavedra. It's a little bit of a warning about the headlock. Okay. End of round number 6. Let's have a look. You man are done for. Showbiz has crazy YouTuber head movement too. Listen, I ain't taking a geezer seriously. A black geezer that sits on there with bananas on his head. So whatever to him, innit? I'll name this account later. Hey, October. Hey, I'll name this account later. I'm all good. And all the better for seeing you guys in the chat this evening. Good evening to you as well, Maka. Yeah, Vidal is up next. It was only the 4 fights that I was doing. Matty Harris, Denzel Bentley, Vidal Riley, and then obviously the main event. So yes, Vidal Riley is up next. Yeah, Vidal Riley's on this card. He's a co-main. Yep, there you go. It's all in the chat. Very good fight. Yeah, I haven't watched. I've just seen that and I'm like, what? But you have to understand it's what draws eyes to the sport. It's what gets the casuals in. That's what everyone's obsessed with. It's not necessarily about like the quality, what you'll get. It's like who pulls the most numbers in. It's all numbers. That's all we hear. Oh, he does good numbers. Oh, that determines the value. And meanwhile, there's probably some real good quality out there that just gets overlooked because they don't pull in the numbers. Sad state of affairs, if I'm honest. I don't like that because I'm one of these that, if you're talented, but it's not a meritocracy, is it? Never has been, and it never will be. As we see some nice combinations coming in there from Bentley to Saavedra. Is it me, or does Saavedra look like he's slowing down a little bit or losing a little bit of the pop in the punches? We are in round 7. It is a 12-round fight, but are we losing some pop from Saavedra? I know he's throwing in the body shots, and that is the work from Saavedra. But is he losing his pop? Is he getting a little bit tired? Is it the last half of the fight? I think you got the stats on this, guys. Does he go for points? When does he get his knockouts? Saying that, he's just thrown a few good shots to Bentley, including that overhand right. Oh, I like that. The 1, 2, 3 and the up jab there from Bentley. Bentley sees that he's hurt. He keeps on going for it. Beautiful work, Bentley. Going in for the headshots. Barrage of shots. He's going. The ref's going to jump in. He's got to jump in. He's got to jump in. He was all over the place. Fantastic finish by Denzel Bentley. Iffy. I told you he was losing his pop. Looked like he was getting tired. Denzel Bentley does the job. I love it when a plan works. Congratulations to Denzel Bentley. I think is he the WBO interim now? Well done. This geezer has been out the ring so long, turning up at everyone's fights, trying to get fights himself. Looked at one point like he was shelved. Gets on this card, gets the job done, gets a stoppage. And I was wrong, guys. It wasn't going to go the distance. Well done. Absolutely well done. Well done. So you look at his head, too much, all over the place. But I said he started to look tired. Well done. Right, let's have a look. Most of the fighters that went from Matchroom to Boxer have gone to MVP or Queensbury. And quite, yeah, spot on, Macca. So it's like, They never stayed. They were all quite transient, weren't they? Because you had Joshua Boatsy, Matchroom, then Boxer, then Queensbury, Lawrence Okoli, Matchroom, then Boxer, then Queensbury, Chris Billum Smith, Matchroom, Boxer. Is there rumours about him going to Zoffa? Or am I tripping? I could be wrong. So it's like Boxer seems to be like this middle ground, and then they eventually end up somewhere else. So fantastic. Fantastic work. Congratulations to Denzel, man. I love that. He's proved everybody wrong. So yeah, I think obviously it's up to fighters that haven't got to stay. If your contract's up, or if you feel like you'd be treated better somewhere else, paid better somewhere else, you've got to go for it. But there's just ways how you do it, especially if somebody's gone above and beyond for you. You know, it's like you've backed someone, you've backed one of your mates, your friends, you know, and then they turn around and like crap on you. Come on. Nobody has sat here and said you've got to turn down big money. It's just the way that you do stuff. I am so happy for Denzel. Back to that. Guys, good evening and welcome to you. I'm Abs of October Red. This is, I don't know how many watch alongs I've done this year, but welcome to conversation and commentary live watch along for Chisora versus Wilder. Denzel Bentley's got his, let's have a look. Denzel Bentley's got his belt. WBO. Sorry, I always get those WBO and WBA mixed up, even though I should know the colors of the belts. So you've just listened to the conversation and commentary for Denzel Bentley, who's now the WBO interim champion, a fighter that has been out for a while. But I said he didn't show much ring rust. What he did show in there was tenacity, resilience, and timing, patience as well. You know, and he got the dub, and we are happy for him. The next fight that's coming up is Vidal Riley versus Matthias Mastnac. Mastnac, we know, is a tough opponent. I think if Chris Billum Smith didn't break his rib, I would have said potentially Mastnac would have got the dub over Chris Billum Smith. Very good fighter, good test against somebody that's been in the game. I think he's been boxing for 17 years, and this is Matthias Mastnac, by the way. So I think that's a great fight for Vidal and sort of puts him where he needs to be in the cruiserweight division. A fighter that has also started off with boxer, left and gone to MF Pro. Callie Sauerland made me not say Misfits Pro. It's not Misfits Pro, it's MF Pro. Misfits Pro is another arm to it. So MF Pro in conjunction with Queensbury this evening. Vidal Riley, I call him a throwback fighter. I like his style, I like the way he moves around the ring. Really nice guy as well. And like I said, there's certain fighters that you meet and they leave an impact, a lasting impact on, well, on myself. And he was one of them that always supported what I was doing, because he started off doing the YouTube thing himself. He told me to be consistent. He told me to keep turning up. And one of them that has openly supported the channel. Every time like we've done like an interview, he shared it on his YouTube, said, go and check this out, what I've done with October Red. You get fighters that I'll send, like I do like I do like an interview with them, and I put like the collab on there, and it's like, yeah, they've rejected it, or they don't even share it in their story. So when a fighter like goes above and beyond, you have this kind of loyalty to that fighter. Does that make me biased in my questions? No. But will it make me biased in picking a side in a fight? Yes. But the quality of the questions always remain the same, no matter who you are. So a warm welcome to all of you. Let's have a look. And 68 DG, good evening to you. And the new South London. Is that where you're from? Oh, bless him. Denzel's reading emotionally. And he's gone quiet in the comments. Who's gone quiet in the comments? Hergovich got Keith Connolly as don't. Has he? Mako says Hergovich has got Keith Connolly as a manager Could he be the heavyweight tip to go to Zofa? Ooh, Frank Warren. Isn't Hergovich Frank Warren's fighter? Or am I tripping? That would be very interesting if he does, but who knows? Chris says that was a very close fight until Bentley actually let his hands go and to get that stoppage. I think he was clever with the way that he was timing and pacing himself, not trying to burn himself out, maybe aware that there is ring rust. I'd say he fought a quite intelligent fight. The shots, don't get me wrong, Saavedra was letting those shots go. We saw that, but they weren't really phasing Bentley, were they? Yes, his head was going back, but did he look fatigued? Did he look tired? It was Saavedra that eventually started to slow down, and we saw that. So just as Dazza said there, absolutely some finish. Matty, how you doing? Good to see you. Evening, Abs. Lovely to see you again. And did you see my man Matty Harris? He was amazing. Yes, he did what he was supposed to do. So massive congratulations to Matty Harris. Joseph agrees with Chris. That's nice. I do like it when you lot agree in the comments and you're not arguing with each other. Oh, Aljo, YB has his coin on Vidal. So for his sake, I hope he wins. Oh my gosh. You know, the best videos that you can watch on YB's channel. And I'm a massive fan of his channel. You know why? Because he's a comedian. He's like, I've said to YB loads of times, you should do stand-up comedy. Because the stuff that he says, he has me in bits. So yeah, when he's lost money, YB literally he just kicks off and he starts slating the fighter so much, like they've come into his house and burgled it. That is YB. Yeah. Shout out to YB. Great guy. Okay, 68G, I am South. I like that. Super saying I was waiting for Denzel to throw the equalizer. He definitely did, didn't he? Matty said Hergovich took the Dave Allen fight, so he didn't have to fight Italma. Yeah, maybe. Italma is a problem, but we'll see. I think, yeah, Dave Allen, I don't like that fight, but Dave Allen can pull it out the bag. I just think, yeah. Yeah, yes, I know what you mean. Frank is the promoter, Keith's the manager. But like I said, Keith, potentially with the Zoffa connection, would he then do, allegedly, would he try and scoop Hergovich to send him over to Zoffa? Because I tell you one thing, Frank loves a lawsuit. We're only talking about suing the WBC if they're letting a certain fight happen. Listen, I'm sure Frank Warren's got legal letters like unlock saved in his phone. Like, I bet he just has to adjust the name and the date in there. And Frank Warren's great. He's another person that, you know, has said great work, good work, like your work. So yeah, got a lot of time for Frank Warren as well. So we'll see. I think with everything that's happened with Keith Connolly, I mean, he gets the best deals for his fighter. That's what he's supposed to do. But I think when you hear the name, you're like, yikes. Because I think you guys were the one. Or was it 68DG? Did you put me on to? Is it the Richardson Hitchin? Which fighter was it that we went all messy with Eddie? I can't remember. It was one of you guys in the chat. I'm always getting educated by you guys, and that's what I like about you, because I don't know everything, and you guys can always come in here and give me like updates, give us important information, and tell me what's going on. So I appreciate you lot more than you know. Oh, that's better. The other light was burning my eyeballs. Right, here we go. The only Chris Welsh with a radio silence of Janny Beck failed drug test. Hopefully his belts are stripped. Why haven't they been stripped? And Bentley can fight for the title as a vacant. Why not, Chris? Foxy says Frank has a Frank has 150 heavyweights. He rules the division. I agree. 150 heavyweights. Let's have it. Done for. I swear Westminster is in South London. I don't know. Don't ask me about London. I don't know about London. I just go down there, get on the train, get on the tube, find my way around. Do you know once, and I'm sorry to be vulgar, guys. So if you're easily upset, I do apologize. I got on a tube because I was going over to interview Frank Warren. I think I was in London for another press conference, but I went down to Frank Warren's headquarters. It was probably a year ago now, or maybe even 2 years ago. I can't remember. And I was on the tube, and this young lady came on the tube, and she is clearly addicted to drugs, and she just pulled her pants down, pulled her trousers down, and just weed on the in front of me by the door. And I'm like absolutely horrified because I'm thinking, what have I just seen? I know I'm in Birmingham and it gets a bit raving up here, but I've never seen anyone wee on public transport before. And then she gets up, pulls her stuff up, and then she asked me for some money. And my face was just like, I won't, in fact, I'll leave it there. But put it this way, she didn't get any money. But I was absolutely horrified because obviously the tube's going, it's shaking and it's moving around. And then I was just looking at the wheel because I was thinking I got a nice pair of trainers on. So I was getting off in a minute anyway, but I was in that much shock. I was just like sat there looking at the wheel thinking if that gets on my trainers, it's going to go left. But yeah, strange. That was insane. But sorry if I've upset you and you're eating your tea. And that was one of my experiences in London on public transport. But do I still get the tube? Yes, I do. Absolutely every single day. Even though you hear it screaming in your ears. I think it's the Northern Line. Whatever it is, it screams so loud. Right, here we go. So Matty says Frank Warren has took more people to court than a than a barrister has been to court. Yeah, he don't mess around. He does not mess around. He's old school and he just don't mess around. And I like it because he sticks up for what he believes in, put it that way. So Foxy, I mentioned Keith Connolly saying it was strange him being with Ben because of the history. There you go. Yes, it was. Foxy, thank you so much. And thanks for the info as well. But so when you see that name, if Eddie Hearn sees that name pop up, he's going to be like, don't know about that one. Chris says Edwards versus Power ended in a controversial draw, by the way. Reese Edwards, disgusting scorecards, had Power winning 8 of the rounds. Oh, guys, if you are watching the Boxer Show, please feel free to chime in how that card is going because I'm not flitting between the two channels. So Matty says Westminster is in the city of London and Westminster, not South London, until you go over the bridge. Who knows? Foxy says normal Birmingham weekend behaviour. That is saying that I haven't been back home to Brum for a good decade. Oh, you escaped, Foxy. Where did you move to? What city did you move to? Or did you move to the countryside? I'd love to live in the countryside. I'd like a farm and I'd keep the animals and I wouldn't eat them or kill them. I'd just look after them like they were like children and we'd grow old together. And I'd go and sit down and talk to them and probably make YouTube videos with me with the animals. Like I'd get a cow. I like goats, chickens, some sheep and horses, I think. Let's have a look. Chris says that's why still dark clouds in boxing. It's not fair on Bentley and Caballel being prime example for title shots. Yeah. So Matt is born and bred in London. Yep, back in my BoxRec days, Frank contacted the owner of BoxRec to get my details for defamation. Damn! 68 DG, you was a boxer. I'll tell you what, this feels like a confessional room with all of us sat together. You were a boxer. I'll just tell us the way. We don't need to do names. We can do it anonymously. I'm the only one that's bareface out here, and you can say whatever you want to me. But I'm interested in 68 DG now because the forum. Oh, I was hoping that you was like a retired boxer or something. I was interested. Let's have a look. I am option, is it? Smith versus Morale. Who you got? Morale with the KO rounds. Ooh, Morale with the KO around 6 to 8 rounds. Oh my God, you're writing off Smith. I don't know about that one. I want to go to that fight, but if I don't, you'll catch me. You'll catch me here doing a live watch along. That's interesting. I haven't thought about that one, to be fair. Foxy says was in South America for 6 years, now back in the Utah. Oh, Shropshire. That's nice. South America. What was it like in South America? And what made you come back? Let's have a look. Matty says tomorrow's ladies card world titles are fighting 3-minute rounds. Yes, they are. And they're all keen about the 3-minute rounds, especially Chantal Cameron. When I spoke to her, what a lovely young lady Chantal Cameron is. Yeah, a lot of time for her. I like her style in her fighting as well. Speaking to a couple of the ladies, even like Terry Harper, it's amazing how much work that they've done in like confidence or believing in themselves or being be able to speak in front of cameras, etc., because they're quite naturally like shy girls, like in front of the camera. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I might do a watch along for that. I don't know yet. I'll definitely be watching it, but I'm looking forward to the main event. What I noticed as well, and I like Caroline a lot, and I think Terry's good as well. Obviously, I watched Caroline from her debut, and Caroline, I didn't like the way, I think Johnny Nelson was a bit funny with Caroline when she wasn't there. And then when she came up, like it was very like welcoming to Terry, and you could see like the chemistry was there and he was talking to her and this and that. And when like Caroline came, he was very go and watch it. I think it was a press conference. He was like looking forwards, not really engaging with her. And I think she picked up on that. And I think one of the hosts said, who do you think, how's this fight going to end? And then Caroline like held the mic and she looked at Johnny and she went, who do you think's going to win, Johnny? And I thought, yeah, you've picked up on that, because you could see that. I like the fact that Caroline is being bullshit, is, doing all this trash talk, that's fine, because it makes the fight more exciting. You either want to see Caroline get sparked or you like that attitude. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And I think it brings a little bit of excitement to the sport. But to counteract that, I love the fact that Terry's like got into her confidence and she's like, now I'm not having this. And she's put her feet in the sand. She's planted herself. Her feet are in the sand. She's saying, I ain't having this. I'm here for it as well. So, yeah, I think I do like to see the characters in boxing grow. That's it. You remind me of Sade. You know what it is? It's because we've got this massive forehead, isn't it? If you're new here, you wouldn't have heard this before, but my children call me the Black Megamind. If you've watched Megamind, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but that's what my kids nickname me. I've got such a big forehead. But what I will do, and I'm quite proud of that forehead, it's all the knowledge that I've got in there. It's just bursting at the seams. Al Joel said, Frank has got too much money to be like this. Maybe he just loves draining people's bank accounts. No, I think he just likes to say, I'm the boss and you're not, and don't cross me. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm not going to get into a debate. Oh, is that what it is? All right, then. Have that legal letter. Cameron is a star, and that comes from Matty Howard. Cameron is a star and a lovely person, humble and kind. Yeah, she's lovely. Super says, I can't wait for the women's card. I'm looking forward to that. Dubois is the same. Yeah, she is. 68 DG says, only one woman world title is 3-minute rounds. Is that, whose is it then? I thought they were all doing 3 minutes. I was trying to decipher who you are. There was me thinking a boxer with initials DG. He was like born in 1968. See, done for. I had it. I was thinking, oh, he's a boxer. Oh my God, where's all these spams come from? Let me just get them away. Spams really do my head in because it makes me lose where I am in the chat. Right, 68 saying, I want Harper to win. Caroline, new road girl persona is not for me. Caroline will gas, nervous energy. Ooh, I like this. So let's have a look and see what happens in the chat. Chrissy said, I think Harper wins on points. I'm not sure Dubois has the adaptability. I said to Caroline, not to underestimate Terry Harper. And then I said to Terry Harper, I don't like the fact that you're being underestimated. Terry Harper is a very good boxer. She's got very good IQ. She lives in the gym. As you can see, she posts a lot on her socials, as does Caroline. Um, May the best woman win. Darren saying that Dubois is acting out of character. No, I think she was always like this. I just think that she's grown into herself. I really don't think it's out of character. I think it's like we haven't seen it, and we believe that we've seen a change in her, but I believe that's what she's always been like. I think it's there. I think she's bolshy. She's confident. I think it suits her. So no, both Cameron and Dubois fights are 3 minutes. Okay, there's two. If he said shake my head, Nelson does that sometimes. Bro, it's odd. Like stay on. Nah, there's nah. But yeah, I hear it. Iffy, iffy. Hold on. Right. I like Caroline's new energy. It's just confidence and entertainment. Absolutely, it's just entertainment. Why would you take it seriously? Why would you get into your feelings? And let's be honest, it's brought out a side to Terry Harper that we didn't know was going to come out anyway. So bring it on. All I'm saying is that no one shouldn't be do not underestimate Terry Harper. I think after she got like that stun knockout with Alicia Baumgardner, everyone sort of like writ her off. And obviously how she cowered when Sandy Ryan came at her as well. Fair enough. But we'll see. Caroline's aggressive. She could definitely do the same thing. But to just go in there and overlook Terry, no one should do that. And I don't think Caroline is either. I think all of this is just entertainment. And it's getting us all talking about the fight. So Foxy says, my dream is to go back to South America, to be honest. But I returned here as my mother hasn't been well and I feel guilty for being so far away. What a great child you are. And it's sad, but it's still nice. Because I reckon if I was on my last legs, my kids would be like, yeah, see you, mom. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for all them years. Yeah, make sure the will's up to date. See you, mom. So yeah, that's nice, Foxy. And sorry about Mumsy too. And Al says it's not about being on cold, it's about being fair. But I don't think he was fair because I think he was showing a favoritism. So arguably you could say that he wasn't fair, Al. I watched it and I thought, why is he being like that? And I've spoke to Johnny several times, and this is something that I'd say to him because he used to do the same thing with Richard Riatport and Lawrence Okoli. He always used to talk down Richard Riatport and he used to praise Lawrence, and we've had that conversation. It's on my YouTube channel. What is everyone got rappers coming out for them these days? I like it though because why not? So I am Mopson, Caroline and Baumgardner's the next fight for women. Yeah, and I think it's a fantastic fight. And I like the way that they're going at each other as well. I enjoy it. Alicia Baumgardner, amazing. I got on really well with her. An American that come over, saw me with my little channel, says, oh, would you come on there? Yeah, no problem, blah, blah, blah. Reposting my stuff, sharing my stuff. She went a bit quiet after a little bit of a saga. But before that, Alicia Baumgardner, absolutely brilliant with me. And those are the things that I remember. Right, so Matty's saying Caroline will win. And she won't gas. She's a superstar and she's as good a woman boxer that I've ever seen. Ooh, confidence. You know who I think's really good as well? Lauren Price that's fighting out in Wales tonight. She's an absolute animal. Oh yeah, that Turk. Is it Elif Turhan? Yeah, Foxy. She's another fighter that is so unorthodox. No real like, oh, this is like boxing etiquette, boxing skill. That because of that, I mean, look what she did to Beatrice. I nearly fell off the chair. The hype around Beatrice. Caroline allegedly ducking out all of the rest of the stuff. You know what it was. You watched the stuff as well. And then to see Elif just come in there and say, you know what, boxing out the window, scrap, 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 bang, bang, bang. Imagine just like turn the lights off on your like next best superstar. Brutal. Yes, I believe this is the first test as well. Oh, Mastnac's coming out in silence. Oh no, he's here. Krista says Caroline has faced no one in her career, and this is the first real test. Absolutely, first real test. Definitely the first real test. Let's have a look. Sorry about the bots. I'm trying to get on top of them. I am streaming directly from YouTube. I usually stream on StreamYard, but I thought, let me try YouTube. I'm also going to try Zoom, but I think there's a delay with Zoom. So I'm trying different things, getting used to it. So apologies, guys. That's why there's no fancy like chat highlighted or, the banners at the bottom. None of that's there. So I am says Frank likes to stand on business, and that's what lawyers are for. Absolutely, I agree with that. Matty says, I've watched Caroline from her first fight. I was there. And she's the best I've seen in a long time. I remember her debut and I was just like amazed to speak to her, and she was lovely and she was so shy. But when I said to her, like after the fight, she wants to knock people out. She says she doesn't want to be like, she wants to be remembered as a great fighter. She's extremely competitive. And that hunger and that drive that's in her, and she's spiteful. She really wants to hurt you. I do like Mastnac, by the way. He's a nice guy. Right, I think Wilder is going to land that bomb tonight. Didn't like Derek weighing in 266. Yeah, I think he's done it. Like I said, I did say earlier, for shock absorbers. I think he's done it to potentially absorb any power shots, but I don't know. Oh my gosh, he was in Colombia. Oh, thank you so much for the coffee, Matty. I do appreciate these, and they do come in handy when I'm at the train stations or when I'm traveling through. I do love a Cafe Nero. Cafe Nero is my favorite. Right, one fight for 3-minute rounds in England tomorrow, Sunday, making historic is Cameron versus Michaela. One fight. Interesting. Matty said it's okay. The rapper is good, but most of these are crap rappers. I didn't listen to this one. I did like Meek's Manny last week. I enjoyed that. No toddler is going to take care of their parents because mate, I'm 50 next year. Lauren Price fight is about to start now on BBC Two. My favorite female fighter. Super. Let me know if she gets on, please. If he's saying I hope Riley puts on a good performance, he should utilize his youth for this fight and make Mastnac lose his legs. I think he's just going to, somebody said it earlier, I can just see him, you know what, let's see how it goes. But we know that Vidal can outbox people. 68 is saying Carolina's poor stamina. And we're getting those cheers in there for Vidal Riley. TMR podcast. Is that a salute? Salute back to you and good evening. Yes, Clarissa, I've seen her turn up at Lauren Price's fight. If Chisora will be too slow and his legs will go early, them legs ain't going. They ain't going. Yeah. Coffee's £6 in Birmingham as well, mate, especially from Cafe Nero. It's not cheap. So it's always American. Good evening. I love to see the Americans coming over onto the UK channels. We do appreciate that because sometimes I think there's a little bit of a barrier between the US and the UK when it comes to sports or just general conversation. So I appreciate all of the US coming into the chat and giving us a little bit of education or giving us your point of view as well. That is really important. But here we are. We are ready to go into Riley versus Mastnac, a fight that I'm looking forward to. Let's see how this goes. Both guys look in shape. I'm expecting some punches in bunches, some movement. Everyone is climbing out of the ring now. The only people that are going to be left in the ring is the referee and the two fighters. It's almost go time. This is the co-main, guys. We are heading towards tonight's finale. And I think we've been streaming for what? I don't know. Maybe a couple of hours now, an hour and a half. So we've been going for a bit. So here we are. The bell is going to go and we're going to be seconds out. Right, here we go. Mastnac takes the center of the ring. We've seen some feints from Vidal, feints from both of them. Vidal goes to the body, goes to the head. Mastnac feinting as well. Vidal moving laterally, keeping that head offline. Vidal Riley is trained by his father, a man that he says he'll stay loyal to throughout his boxing career. People have tried to take Vidal and take him to other trainers and suggested that he could do so much better with other trainers. And Vidal says, no, thanks. I'm staying with Pops. As he pops out the jab, to the head and to the body of Mastnac. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this evening's watch along commentary and conversation. Nice jab work coming out there from Vidal as he moves laterally, bounces from feet to feet, left to right. Mastnac there just slightly just struggling to hit the clean shots. Vidal there, nice balance, feinting with the hands, feinting with the feet. Good work throwing out that double jab. I like that. He utilizes that jab, fast jab to the body. This is the work that is coming in from Vidal Riley. Mastnac just slightly slower, but good skill. You can see them both thinking in there, but Vidal doesn't wait. Mastnac waits a little bit more patient. Vidal not in a rush, but he's getting his shots off, working. Nobody's on the inside yet. This is a jab fest to start off with. Vidal threw a backhand, but managed to miss the target. Saying that, he throws the jab and the hook to the body of Mastnac. And Vidal Riley's going to be clever. He knows that Mastnac broke his rib in the fight with Chris Billam-Smith. Is he going to try and go for that again? So I'll be keeping an eye on Mastnac's ribs throughout this fight. Lovely double jab coming in from Vidal. So like bouncy, springy on his feet, active, explosive, fit. The stuff that we like to see. That double jab is second to none. So a fighter that we don't really see the use of the jab that often. So it's nice to see it being utilized properly. And it's sort of like a get back shot. And Mastnac sees it coming and he moves back as Vidal goes to hit Mastnac in the body with that same backhand. I'd say that definitely clear here that Vidal is throwing more shots. Mastnac throws a jab and Vidal just slips out of the way as he goes in for the jab and the backhand to the body. And I'm sure it's the same side that Billam hit when it came to ribgate. 1-2, come in. Mastnac landed a 1-2 then. Vidal took it, come back with his own 1-2. Maybe just there switching off just a little bit. Stay focused. Once again, Mastnac throws out the jab. Vidal keeps that head offline. He misses the shot. Keep up with that double jab, Vidal. Don't let that go. That's been a nice tool. As he literally, it looks like he's loading up just a little bit there as he's throwing the overhand, but goes back to basics, double jab, and then finishes the round with a jab to the body. Lovely. Right, since us Americans started this, I wonder how many fight cards have had to change locations and have been cancelled over that side. 100%. Of course they will, because no one ain't going over there at the moment, are they? Al Joel says, I don't get invested in boxing outcomes often, but I'll be sad if Del Boy loses. We can understand that. Derek trains at Five Guys. Yeah, Derek's Derek, isn't it? And he, like I said, he had that weight around his midriff, didn't he? Yeah, Dad's telling him to stay on that jab. Foxy says nothing will ever beat Prince Nazim. Nah, it won't, will it? He had beautiful ring entrances. What a lovely guy. Oh my God, the bots are in the chat. Why do they do this every time I'm trying to go through the chat? Can't even block them from the channel. Right, we are back in round number 2, and this is a 12-round fight. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in the world. I'm Abs of October Red, and this is a live watch-along for Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. But at the moment, we are doing conversation and commentary on the co-main, which is Vidal Riley versus Mateusz Mastnac at cruiserweight. Good fight so far. Vidal looking confident in the first round. I'd say that he won the first round. He shows real good use of that double jab. And I like that. I like the fact that he uses it so well. Mastnac's timing isn't as sharp as Vidal's. Both of them threw the jab at the same time there. There's a little bit of reddening on the face of Mastnac, but Vidal is continuously peppering out that left hand. 1, 2, 3. Mastnac took a risk there, came in, and Vidal comes through more aggressive, and he pushes Mastnac back. Mastnac just flails his arms into the air. Is that because he was off balance, or is that because Vidal's starting to get to him? Patient, doesn't rush in, not rushing in from the kill. Vidal's still feinting with the hands, feinting with the feet, using that double jab, going to the body, pushing Mastnac back onto the ropes, reddening from the nose of Mastnac. I think Is Vidal popped it or it's just reddening? Not sure if it's bleeding. Confidence, execution of boxing once again from Vidal Riley. It is early. We are just in round number 2 of a potential 12-round fight. But we saw Mastnac. I don't know if it was balance. I don't know if he wobbled. But we saw Vidal Riley push him back and those hands fail. As Mastnac catches Vidal with a little short hook with the left hand there. 1, 2, 3. Look at that work as Vidal just tucks up. The jab doesn't get there and he goes straight in for the body. That was like a tuck and a sweep. Beautiful work. It's so good to watch, Vidal is. The jab there from Vidal once again. What an underrated fighter he is, man. Beautiful work. Going in for that. He's going in for that rib. You know, he's going in for the rib. 1, 2 from Riley there. But it looks like Riley is literally trying to capitalize on that rib. But we have to remember that Vidal Riley has also had his rib broken in a fight, saying that Mastnac just landed one on the body of Riley. That made him just take a little bit of a breath. Double jab. 1, 2 to the body. Mastnac once again looking off balance. Not comfortable with these shots that Riley's letting off. But Riley's patient. Doesn't rush his work. Mastnac throws back there. Jab. Oh, lovely. What? Just proper boxing, mate. Speed, accuracy, targeted. Oh, I love it. Prince Nazim. I think people forget that Wilder lost those fights in Riyadh with the crowd on mute. And this is from Iffy. Some fights will thrive with atmosphere like this, and I think Wilder will. Don Four said, I used to work with Vidal's dad. He's good people. Yeah, he's absolutely awesome. Such a nice man. Let's have a look. I am says, I was watching Wilder getting ready, and it's crazy that Wilder and Derek are sharing the same dressing room. Yeah, that's bonkers. I didn't even know that. I'll get back to the chat in a bit, guys. This fight is too good to miss any second of this. Round number 3 already. Good work from both guys. Competitive. I'd say that Vidal's doing the best. We are in round number 3 of a potential 12-round fight. We've seen some weaknesses there from Mastnac, just showing maybe the balance, doesn't necessarily like the power that's coming in or the accuracy or the speed that's coming in from Vidal. Mastnac there feinting with the shots. Vidal moving around to the right. He has got that lateral movement at the moment. He's moving around to the right, feinting, flinching, feinting with his hands at the moment, not necessarily using those feet feints. Mastnac seems to be getting closer. The distance is coming in a little bit as Vidal goes to the body and goes to the head with the jab. Mastnac in the blue corner as he throws his own right hand back at Riley that misses. Beautiful jab once again, knocking back the head of Mastnac. And I know Mastnac is skilled. I know he's good at his boxing. Once again, feint with the lead hand, shot with the backhand. And this is the work coming in from Riley. Not switching off, staying focused, keeping his fighter's mind busy by continuously feinting, moving around to the right. Beautiful work there. Mastnac threw the shot. Vidal dipped under it and threw back his own. High IQ. Guys, if you think I'm getting gassed off Vidal, just say it in the comments, but I know what I'm seeing. I know what I like to watch, and I like to watch Riley. Double jab once again. A little bit more pouring than it was, not as stiff as it was. One, two, coming back from Vidal there. Sorry for the pause. I was getting the bots out of the chat. Overhand, missed there. Shot taken by Mastnac. The reddening on Mastnac's face becoming more pronounced. I'm not sure if I can see blood, but there's definitely reddening there. The jab just touching the tip of the nose of Mastnac as he comes back in, moving around once again to the right. No, he wasn't. He was moving around to the left. He's going to the right now. The lateral movement. Vidal misses out on an opportunity there with the overhand. Nice flinching. feints, comes back with the double jab. Imagine you can just 1-2 coming in from Vidal there. Mastnac comes back, but Vidal just takes the shot, continues to move forward. Oh, beautiful backhand there coming in from Riley, knocking the face to the side of Mastnac. 1-2 coming in from Mastnac. 1-2 to the body. That's the head and the body. Vidal there goes in with the overhands. I'll tell you what, win it. You know, you could win a fight just on that double jab. Really, really good work. I like that. I really do like it. Right, Matty has said, Peter Fury just messaged me and said, thank you for being a loyal friend and believing in him. I'm buzzing for Peter. That's a lovely, beautiful message. And that's nice for an Easter Saturday, isn't it, Matty? Right, price is on now, just started. I've got both cards on the same time. Keep me posted. As I said, the price fight is competitive. Interesting. If he says Riley can definitely get the stoppage if he wants it. He's patient though, isn't he? Super. Price just wobbled. Pinero. The bell at the end of round 3 just saved Pinero. Excellent work. Al saying, what makes it more impressive is that Vidal's been inactive and you wouldn't be able to tell. Spot on, Al. Okay, 68 saying Wilder stops Chisora in 3. And Django says Riley's boxing is matured. Frenetic pace might fade. I think Riley's been like this. Watch his fight that he had with Chef Clark. It was a really good fight to watch, the way he was moving around that ring. I was there. I'm sure I watched that live, I think. Or did I do a watch along? Who knows? Can't remember. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, going into round number 4 of 12. We've got a little bit of bruising on the right cheek of Mastnac as once again Vidal comes in with that double jab, pushing back Mastnac with it as well. It's got purpose to it. It's not just a rangefinder. It's not just to hit him in the face and not do anything with it. He's using it now to set up other shots. Let's have a look. Both of them. I don't know if he's showboating a little bit there, just getting into Mastnac's face, still popping the jab out of him. You've got the speed here. Once again, the 1-2 causing Mastnac's head just to go over to the side. Probably want to see a little bit more work to the body that, you know, Riley was doing earlier on in the fight. There we go. As I say that, he goes once again, that hook to the side of the body. I know that Riley's really studious. I know he would have studied this opponent really well with his father. Look at that. Good legs from Riley. I like the fact that he keeps moving as well. He's moving from side to side. He's not in one spot. It's harder to hit him, you know, because you've got to have that timing. Feinting with the feet, feinting with the hands. This is the work coming in from Vidal. Jab to the chest of Mastnac there. Mastnac's got this high guard, looking to come forward. Vidal throws a 1-2 to Mastnac. Mastnac goes for the overhand right. Once again, look at that. There we go. There's that double jab. What he did in the fight with Chef Clark, where he jabbed, moved over to the left, and then double jabbed. Lovely work. Lovely to watch, Vidal is. 1-2-3. Once again, knocking Mastnac back. 1-2. That's to the head and to the body. Close range. Mastnac on the back foot. Vidal center of the ring, taking a look, jabbing, going forward. Sometimes when he overloads, when he you know, there's too much in that backhand, he needs to just chill out with that just a little bit, jumping into the shots. Has he gone southpaw? Vidal's there, just went into a southpaw stance. That confused me for a little bit. He's back to orthodox now. Careful. Whoa. He was on the bell. He was on the bell. Just the backhand on the bell. Oh, no, the bots. These bots are crazy. Right, Super says Pinero was marching forward constantly, but not in the 4th round after being wobbled in the 3rd. If he says now in the UK, many fighters are brawlers turned boxers, but Riley's been doing this for a while and it shows. He's definitely a throwback fighter, and he was a pro before all the misfit stuff. Absolutely, people didn't know that he was boxing a long time ago. Boxing in, I think he was boxing in America, wasn't he? Price's lip is busted up after round 5. Oh my gosh, guys, keep the info coming. Let me just try and get rid of these bots that are turning up in the chats. Price is up against it, in my opinion. Really, Dazza? Is this what it is? Peter Fury said to say hi, Abs, and he hopes to see you soon. I hope to see him soon as well. I get on really well with Peter, an absolute gentleman, and he's always been very kind to me. Super said Lauren's lips is busted bad here. Ooh, Bon Scott, good evening to you. I haven't seen you for a minute. Good evening to you. And Riley needs to pace himself. I think he is. I think he is 68. I think he is. He is pacing himself as we go into round number 5 of 12. The double jab once again. Tough fight for who? Is this the Lauren Price fight, Super, that you're on about? Tough fight for Lauren. I'm not getting up 2 channels on here. Oh, Mastnac's reddening seems to be going away. It's like Wolverine. He's healing up. Movement there. Careful about the heads. Okay, cool. I thought you meant this was a tough fight. I was saying, are we watching the same fight? Keep me posted on what's happening with the Lauren Price fight, please. I hope she's not having a bad night at the office. I do like her, Lauren. 1, 2, both of them come in together. Almost a head clash there. Mastnac looks at the ref. We've got 1 minute, 35 seconds left in round number 5 of 12. Oh, lovely jab there. Just causing the face of Mastnac to go to the side. Oh, my God. It's all right. I've got one eye in the chat. Vidal with the overhand right. Nice work of a bit more combination. Seems to be up in the pace now. Let's see how much he does need to stay inside. Please remember to stay on the jab. Use it to set up the shots. Shots. Get in and get out. You don't need to get into a scrap. Mastnac will want to get inside, and he will start to land if he does get inside. Mastnac there making more of an effort to land his own jab now. They're both throwing at the same time. I do like to see that. 1, 2, 3. Ah, sweet. They threw at the same time. The combination there was better from Riley. 1, 2. And that's the 2 to the body, the hook to the body. 2 Mastnac from Riley. Mastnac holds out that jab hand, sort of like trying to push Riley away. But they're back to feinting, back to looking at each other. Once again, the timing with Riley, just double jab. Oh, sweet. The overhand there comes in from Vidal Riley as he goes to punch the body of Mastnac. You've got to know that this guy is durable. Do not get comfortable and think that he's just going to go down on the floor. I'll say that. And then he drops down on the... No, he hasn't. 1, 2, 3. I'm just mindful of Riley loading up on the shots, but that was a better double jab and backhand. Jab to the body. We're seeing he's composed, he's calm, he's mature. Right, it's turned into a war, Abs, and blood is everywhere. Oh my God. This is from Super. Lauren is bruised and bleeding. Oh dear. If he goes on to say, I want to see Riley play it safe, don't want him getting caught with anything trying to put on a show. I hear that. Peter says you're a diamond. He's my diamond too. Got a lot of time for Peter Fury. A hell of a lot of time. I like him a lot. And like I said, he's always been very good to me. Him, Max McCracken as well. Shout out to Max McCracken from Acot's Green Boxing Gym as well. The guys that have looked after me from the beginning. And it's good to have sponsors in the sport. You need that. Oh, sweet. Just knocks the snot and the spit out of his mouth. Perfect. Just watching the playback. Right, we are now going into round 6. This is a 12-round fight. You can see that Vidal was getting the better of Mastnac, but Mastnac pushes back like to say, nah, I ain't finished here. A great opponent for any cruiserweight that's looking to make their mark on the division. I would say Matthias Mastnac is great fighter. Right, Mr. Super's making me look in the comments again. Nah, try not to do it until the break time. I'm trying to keep my eye on this. We are in round number 6 of 12. And this is Vidal Riley versus Matthias Mastnac. It is, like I said, a 12-round fight, and it is the co-main for Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. And the backhand there wobbles Mastnac a bit. Is Vidal Riley going to start to put his foot on the gas just a little bit? He stays calm. He stays composed. He keeps to the double jab. But once again, Mastnac didn't like that shot. Went back just a little bit of a wobble there. But he's so mature, not greedy, you know? The jab. You know, he's very, very clever. Such a clever. I need to sit down and have a chat with Riley. Just talk to him about his style and what he studies. And all right, just trying to keep those bots out of the chat. I do apologize for the silence. Both guys through the jab. Then Mastnac center of the ring. Vidal there. Both of them once again fainting. Vidal looking to get to the body of Mastnac. Looking to take a little bit more risk now to get on the inside. You know, up in the gears a little bit. We're seeing from Riley. Just the pace slightly going up. The gas is slightly getting turned up, but not rushing it. Not being unprofessional in his approach, and understanding that he's got somebody that is dangerous in front of him, but confident enough to still try and push the gears up a little bit. We saw a triple jab there landing from Vidal. That constant head movement as well from side to side, not necessarily to any particular rhythm as well, which Mastnac is finding hard to time. As he tucks up, as Vidal comes in close, Mastnac manages to just get a sweet uppercut in there. Just a little short, tight uppercut with his left hand as he goes to throw out the jab and misses. Guys getting warned about their heads coming together. The clappers are going. 1-2. Both of them throwing at the same time. Same shot. 1-2 once again coming in. This time alone from Riley. Really, really good work. Oh my God. Let me have a look at this. Hold on. So Super saying, and this is going back to Lauren Price, obviously fighting over on BBC Two. It's a very even fight, even though Lauren looks smashed up. Lauren has counterpunched her to death. But Pinheiro isn't hard as nails, and it's on a knife's edge. No. What round are we in? Super? So Matty's saying it's hard to call this one. Okay, and Dazza seconds it. Price and Pinheiro's been a right good scrap. What round are we in, guys, for that? If Price lip wasn't busted, then we would have her ahead. Interesting. So not looking good on the eye test then. Right, here we go. We're going into round number 7. We can see Pops in the corner. Apologies, I've got to get the bots out the chat once again. How irritating is this? All right, we're going into the 10th and the last round. Okay, Super, I'm listening. Get off, Iffy. Sorry. Right, let's get back to this. Iffy's scaring me in the chat now. Right, I'm just trying to get rid of the bots once again. That was a little bit low from Vidal there. He's literally looking for the routine shots, going for the 1-2, 1-2-3. This is the work there from Riley. Mastnac pushes him back, but Riley comes forward once again, pushing Mastnac back, going to the body with the shots. See this inside work, getting with the uppercut there, Riley. Is sweet for an uppercut. So the jab once again comes in. Nice parry there from Riley. Jab. Oh, work, beautiful work to the body and the head of Mastnac as he throws the backhand to Mastnac. Jab once again, but that jab looks stiff. It's got purpose. We are in round number 7, and the jab still packs that power. I wonder if he just like jabs the heavy bag to death in the gym. I need to speak to him about his training regime because that jab hasn't lost its poke from when we started off. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. The only thing I can see potentially with Vidal, just literally the lateral movement. I'm not sure if he's just closing the gap. The experts in the chat, please feel free to put your opinions in there. If Vidal's comfortable now fighting at a closer range because he's not necessarily just keeping that little bit of a distance away from Mastnac. And that lateral movement that he had is a little bit slower. It's like he's ready to close the gap and start to get to work. Let me know what you think. We've got 50 seconds left in round number 7 of 12. 1-2 coming in from Mastnac, but just grazed the top of the head of Vidal. Vidal, I don't know if something's happened to his mouth, but his mouth's like a little bit open. Let's have a look. Oh no, he's all right. I was just making sure there was nothing wrong with his jaw. Nice Vidal there, still bouncing, still moving from side to side. There we go. Yep, just out of range. Mastnac trying to throw the jab. Okay, looks like, yeah. Oh, beautiful shot there. 1, 2, 3. Body shot. 1, 2. Mastnac comes back with his own. 1, 2, 3. The way he pushes back with that. I wonder if he's got his rib there. Jab. What a lovely double jab. Great work once again from Riley. Starting to close down the range now. Confidence. He's still got that movement. I thought, okay, maybe he's getting a bit tired, but no, he shows that side-to-side movement. Comfortable in there. If he's put no way, one of Shalom's fighters are about to lose again. Stop the cap. So we're in round 10. Guys, I need to know what's happening with Lauren Price. You can't leave me hanging like this in the chat. I need to know what's going on because I can't see it. As we've got KSI speaking to one of the DAZN staff ringside, even though I'd rather listen to what the commentators had to say, not what KSI has got to say, if I'm brutally honest. Yeah, enjoy the show. Let's get on with it. I'd rather listen to the corners. Going into round 8 of 12, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe my mouth isn't dry yet. 2 hours. I've got my water. It's open. It's ready for me to start guzzling it, gobbling all that water up, but I'm not ready for it yet. I think I'll probably do it once this fight is over. Comfortably, I'd say Riley is winning. I would like to have seen a stoppage, but maybe I'm being greedy. But once again, he shows the skill. I can't remember when his last fight was with Boxer. So he's been out the ring for a while. Like somebody quite rightly so said in the comments, you can't really tell. But jab, jab, stiff. Once again, the stiff jab that's coming in from Riley. Both of them almost like not necessarily fighting for the center of the ring, but, you know, trying to dominate each other. Mastnac is fighting the fight of Riley. Riley's in full control. It's like Mastnac is like throwing the shots when he can, trying to land the shots when he can. But I'd say that Riley is in full control of this fight. Sometimes he loads up, which I don't like. But I understand, he probably wants to get him out of there, get the stoppage, but still showing composure and patience in his performance. And we've seen that there's a couple of times where Mastnac has been wobbled and Vidal has literally kept calm, reset, and got back to boxing. Oh my God, you lot have gone quiet. What is happening? I need to know what's happening with Lauren. Guys, you need to let me know what's happening with Lauren Price. Final round, and the chat's gone a little bit quiet. Don't like that. It's making me nervous. And if you've just joined us, actually, where are my manners? I'm Abs of October Red. This is conversation and commentary. It is a live watch along for Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. At the moment, we are on the co-main, which is Vidal Riley versus Matthias Mastnac. Good work here. Good accounts being made of Vidal Riley in this fight. Looks like he is trying to get potentially a finish, but still fighting intelligently. Masternak's letting him know that I'm not one to be messed with and I am not going anywhere. We have been live now for just over 2 hours, so I'm actually interested. In fact, oh, let's have a look. I can do a poll in the chat. Breathe. This is the coach's advice. Me tapping again, tapping away on the keyboard. I've just put a poll into the chat. Me being a rookie on the YouTube stream. Don't usually stream straight from YouTube. I'm usually via a third party. So I'm having a little bit of fun with this. Let me know, because the chat has gone eerily quiet. So I don't even actually know if you guys can see the chat. Let me just check, get the volume down just to make sure it's still streaming. Because you know me, sometimes we have technical problems with the streaming. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm definitely live on YouTube. Here we go. We have to see how this is going. We are in round number 9 of 12. There are 3 rounds left. I need you guys, somebody to let me know in the chat if this is definitely still streaming, because I cannot tell if it is. Yeah, it's definitely still working. Woo! Here we go. Yeah, for some reason the chat has stopped working on the laptop, so I'm going to have to go in between my phone so I can answer some of the questions. Let's have a look. Right, I don't know if that stuff is spammed. Remove. Right, okay. Now I can see the chat. So Price Run won, but I didn't watch it. It seems like a robbery. If you didn't watch it, how'd you say that, Iffy? 68 DG. Price looked a mess. Super said, poor judging. I thought it was a lot closer, but she did counter punch her all night. But it was 98-92. Glad Lauren got the win, but I think it was poor from the judges. Fair enough. If you're saying from what people are saying, those cards sounded wide as well. Yeah, it seems to be that in here. So Super said it wasn't a robbery, but wasn't that wide. Looked bad, but that's because her lip was busted. Fair enough. Just making... Oh. Yeah, for some reason, my computer is not showing me the chat whatsoever. It just seems to be continuously buffering. So I'm going to carry on. We are in round number 9 of 12. All the time when you try something new, expect strange things to happen. Not always does everything go according to plan. Vidal Riley's looking once again to up the pace, potentially trying to get Mastnac out of there, even though I would say that he's comfortably winning. Guys, please let me know if you think that there is a round that Vidal hasn't won so far. But like I said, it is a 12-round fight. Right, let's have a look. Let me just make sure the spammers are out of the chat. Right, Riley had clipped him hard again and again. He was just walking. He's got, yeah, heart of a lion. Decent scrap either way. Scorecard is a bit iffy. Fair enough. Clarissa in the ring arranging the big fight. All right, so she's fighting Lauren Price then. Fair enough. We'll see what happens with that. Oh, Eddie Hearn ringside. Let's see what he's got to say. All right, interesting. Eddie Hearn saying that if Deontay Wilder wins, then potentially that's a fight that he'd want for Anthony Joshua. But let's see what happens if Deontay Wilder doesn't win and Derek Chisora does. Is Derek Chisora going to call out Anthony Joshua? If so, does he actually win? Who knows? Right, here we go. Let's have a look. We are in round number 10 of 12. 3 rounds left, guys, between Vidal Riley and Matthias Mastnac. A good competitive fight. It looks like, Mastnac is just so durable. Is Vidal going to get that knockout? Even there, he's throwing a 1-2, the overhand towards Vidal Riley. So he's come to earn his money tonight. He is a very good fighter, but I just think that he's just being outclassed here by Riley. Yes, he seems to have landed more shots so far in this round. I think we're just shy of a minute into round number 10 of 12. But he's not doing a bad job here. But I'd say Vidal is the better quality boxer as he throws a jab to the chest and to the head and a 1-2 coming in from Mastnac, who tucks up when Vidal throws his combination, including that body shot, that body hook that he's been throwing for the majority of the night. You have to be really fit to keep this pace up for all of these rounds as well. This is a high-paced fight, especially from Vidal, from Riley. Mastnac seems to try and answer, but like I said earlier, this is definitely Riley's fight. I mean, you can talk about stoppages, and I think the commentary is saying, "Oh, did we want a stoppage?" Look, sometimes I'm one of these people that are not bothered whether there's a stoppage. I like to see good boxing, and it's good sometimes to have that. Vidal, like I said, is very, very skilled. Maybe he's getting frustrated. Maybe he wants a stoppage, but he's outboxing the seasoned professional. Right, Super's put in the chat, Price is not ready for Clarissa Shields, in my opinion. I could wait another year to get her on the side. Yeah. I don't know why there's so many bots in the chat. It always, to be fair, it does happen a lot when we do the live, so it does happen. It's just up to me, or if there's any moderators in here, you just get them out of there while I'm trying to focus on watching this fight. Very, very techie, because now my studio isn't working. There's no chats there, and I've got to do this off my phone whilst watching the fight. So we've got 15 seconds left in round number 10 of 12. Potentially this is going to go the distance. So what if it does? Was I a moderator on Boxing Scene? I don't even know. If I was without realizing it. And good evening to you. What is it, Ida? I don't know. If I was, I don't know. Let's have a look. I want to hear what his corner's saying. Oh, one of the things that's so annoying, they don't necessarily play the corners all the time. It'd be so great to have an option of just literally tuning into the corner camera, every time they go in for their rest. Yeah, Chisora's looking focused there. Kids in the room as well, family in the room. He's just chilling. He looks relaxed. I'm sure that's his wife there with him as well. His hands are wrapped. He's ready to go. Just look at the dad looking back at his kids as he gets ready to go in the ring and fight. What a man. I was trying to put a poll in the chat as well on who do you think would win, and it's just froze. The chat has absolutely froze. 1-2 coming in from Riley as we go into round number 11 of 12. 1-2, lovely backhand to the body of Mastnac as Mastnac throws back his own 1-2, double jab back to basics with Vidal as he starts to throw out that double jab as he moves around, keeps that head offline, never keeps it in one place, just a double jab, looking peekaboo jab going in there. Mastnac throws back his own jab. 1, 2, 3 as he Mastnac avoids it. He's took a pasting though, to be fair, Mastnac. He's taking some shots all night. And that reddening was there to start off with, and then it just seemed to disappear. Jab once again from Riley. Hands are down, hands are low, back up, ready to fire the shots. The jab comes in, overhand comes in from Mastnac. Jab, backhand comes in from Riley. Jab from Mastnac. I don't think he touched him there though. Oh, it's bot alert again. I'll get back to the chat. We've got 1 minute, 20 seconds left in round number 11 of 12. As I say, we are now in the championship rounds. Vidal letting his hands go a little bit there. Mastnac jumps in for a hook. Vidal jumps under it, rolls under it. The shot doesn't get to him at all. Jab. I think Vidal's probably got one of the best jabs in the business. I love it. Of recent days. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 into the 3 into the body. Mastnac's going to be knackered after this. Once again, the jab coming in from Vidal. Mastnac throws his own jab back. Jab once again. Double jab in from Vidal. Both guys in the clinch, and the ref separates the two. 20 seconds left of round number 11 of 12. I haven't got right. Like I said, put it in the chat if you think Riley's lost a round. I can't see the fact that he's lost a round. Just really, really competent, composed. Oh, you know what, guys? I just forgot Pat Brown had his fight the other day. What do you think of these two going at it, Pat Brown and Riley? That's a good one, isn't it? I forgot about that. Right, let me have a look at the chat. So, yep, got Clarissa in the ring, arranging the big fight. Price is not ready for Clarissa Shields. I'd wait another year. Good performance by both fighters. No, I wasn't. Moderator. Come on, Riley. Not long now. You've got this. All right, Itaz, good to see you. Good evening, October. Well, good evening to you, and I hope you're well as well. When is your next DJ set with Sneaky? DJ set? Star Fox, are you the type of person that would set up like a troll Instagram account and try and troll me on Instagram? I think you would, you know, like a ghost account. I think you'd do that. Super saying, how would you score this fight right now, Abs? This one, I'd say that Vidal's won every round. Philip, good evening to see you. I love to see the old names. Pat won last night in Altrium. Yeah, I know. Great fight as well. Love that fight. Pat Brown's matured in and how he's boxing as well. Everyone was saying, oh, his defense. To how Pat Brown started with his defense to how he's ended up now is like night and day. He's done really, really, really well. Final round for these guys. I think refs just warned Riley about keeping his shots up. I've got a lot of time for the improvements that I'm seeing with Pat Brown. Dangerous fighter, calculated. Another fighter that thinks as well. We saw a lot of thinking from Pat yesterday. He wasn't just rushing in looking for the KO. We know that Vassal Dukai is extremely tough, but he got him down, what, 3 times, was it? Was it 2 or 3 times? And then obviously the ref stopped it. Last night was a mad one. Foxy says, I like, oh, no, sorry, I beg your pardon. ATS says, good to see AJ here smiling and getting the love from the fans. He always does. I like Pat Brown. This is from Foxy, but he gets hit too much. We was just talking about the defense. That's a worry as he goes up in levels. I think he's going to tidy up. I think he's going to smarten up. And I think yesterday we saw that. Go and watch like his first couple of fights. And then, hold on. Why has that come off? Go and watch his first few fights and then see how he's improved. He's improved loads. Yes, the defense needs tightening up, but I still think he's great. He's great what he's doing, and I like the way he fights. He's very, very spiteful. I like spiteful fighters. Right, we've got 1 minute left in this, and it's coming up to round number 12. Well, we are in round number 12 of 12. I do beg your pardon. It's like Riley's chasing him around the ring now as both guys get ready to potentially have a shootout in the last 60 seconds. Maybe, maybe not. Or is he going to still triple jab coming in there from Vidal, followed by another jab? Yeah, I've not got Mastnac winning a round, if I'm honest. 1-2. Sure, Mastnac got him with one then. That was a nice 1-2 from Vidal. There's a little bit of blood forming from Vidal's mouth. 1-2. Vidal comes in, goes ahead. Nice hook there coming in from Riley. Jab coming in from Mastnac. 1-2 from Mastnac at the top of the head of Vidal. Vidal's got that high forehead like me. I'm sure he can take them shots on there. 1-2. Once again, coming in from Mastnac. We're going into the last 10 seconds of round number 12 of 12. A fight that went points. Jab, jab, jab coming in from Vidal. 1-2. 1-2 coming in from both of them. Last 10 seconds. Are they going to make this count? The bell's going to go. 1-2. Well done. Good fight. Didn't even see necessarily any respect so far yet. Good fight. There we go. There's the respect. That's what we wanted to see. Yeah, I think that's just a shutout performance. Right, here we go. Back to the chat. Oh, Snoochie Shy. Yeah. Well, I wasn't DJing, was I? I went there to talk about boxing. Get me going on to BBC One Extra. What a privilege that was. And shout out to Snoochie Shy as well, actually. I will give her a shout out. Somebody that I met at, I think it was the DAZN extension with Matchroom. They did like an evening down in London, like a nice fancy evening. Because with Matchroom, they do tend to invite me to these fancy evenings that they have. So thank you to Matchroom. But I met Snoochie there, hit off straight away, really good energy. And then she invited me to come on the shows. But what I would like to see with Snoochie is her get onto either, DAZN. She's got that energy. Honestly, when you're around her, really good energy. She'd get on really well with the fighters. She's had fighters on BBC One Extra. I think the last one she had on there was Moses. She's had Vidal Riley. She's had Derek Chisora, Moses Atauma. So she's, getting herself out there as, a name in boxing. And I think she'd be great on the DAZN broadcast. I really think she would be good at that. So shout out to Snoochie Shy, but no, I'm definitely not a DJ. If only. Let's have a look. Right, didn't like that stoppage. Hold on, I've missed the chat now. Good to see AJ. Snoochie Shy. Didn't like the stoppage with Pat Brown. Didn't like the stoppage though. Pat Brown versus Chev Clark is a good fight in my opinion. That's from Iffy. Pat Brown sounds like something you'd step in walking in a field. What is wrong with you? Star Fox, man. Super was saying you guys were talking about him taking a shot to get inside when you interviewed him recently. Yep, and I did, and he's prepared to do that. He's very aggressive and he's nasty. I like his style, and I think he's only going to get better. And I think he's going to tighten up. And I think we're going to see some real skill from Pat Brown. So you're absolutely spot on there, Super. Chris is saying Price is very good and talented, but she needs to leave boxer to progress her career. Flipping it, Chris. The Shields fight is nonsense. Shields simply can't jump back down. Foxy says, I hope they don't rush Pat Brown with his fights. Yeah, well, I did speak to Frank Smith, and he was saying that he was hoping that, well, potentially he could fight Opetaya by the end of this year, but it doesn't, or the end of the year, could be financial year, who knows, April to April. But he's saying within 12 months, he believes that he could fight Joe Opetaya. But he says he doesn't think Joe Opetaya will take it. So Chris is saying the Mayer fight makes sense for both Price and Shields. Price versus Shields, however, don't be ridiculous. Fair enough. Riley ain't the shootout type. I know. He's just a pure boxer, isn't he? But it was a good scrap. Super said, Pat comes from the same council estate as myself and same gym. Knew his dad well. Oh, that's good to know. You selected a few. Oh, Biggie and Tupac. No, they were hers. I selected the R&B song by Jill Scott. Can you call it R&B? Neo Soul. Yeah, well done. Well done to Vidal Riley. Is that a European? That's a European, isn't it? Have they given the ring one as well? Well done, Vidal. So Chris is saying Pat Brown is very honest with himself. He's someone who doesn't want to be rushed. Yes, he did say that, and he will look after himself. He's quite business minded. You could see that when I spoke to him the other day. Very matter of fact, very frank in his opinions. Oh, he's got the ring one as well. Not the ring. I'm obsessed with that ring. So he's got the British and the European. Did he vacate the British, but he's got it back? Because the Commonwealth is the rainbow one, isn't it? Oh, here we go. Got Dev Sani in the ring. Oh, congratulations. Great guy. Congratulations to Vidal Riley. Let me check in this chat. European champion, unbeaten. He's going all the way. Sale West, I taught Ricky and Matthew Hatton Thai boxing there before he took up boxing. Oh, wow. Yes, you did. You know what? It's been that long. How long has it been? It's been like, how long have we been speaking online? Is it about 5 years now? It's going to be 5 years, isn't it? I remember the first comment. You was telling me about the sound on my microphones, which seems to be a bit of a bane of my life, actually. And then you gave me some pointers, some tips, and I was like, yeah, thanks for that, and etc., etc. And look at that. Conversations ever since. You used to have a picture of a dog on your profile, didn't you? Super. Lonsdale belt holder to boot. Soul to Soul on BBC Two. Yeah, and absolutely rest in peace to Ricky Hatton. Like I said, with the fighters, you've got to take care of yourselves. You've got to look after your health. You've got to look after your mental health. You've got to make sure you understand your contracts. You've got to make sure you've got your own independent legal advice. There's so much to boxing. It's just not straightforward at all. I mean, when I first started doing this, I just thought, yeah, you get in the ring and you fight and you go home. So much more to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have just joined, I'm Abs of October Red. We are getting ready to go in for the main event. Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. The 50th fight, 100 fights between them after tonight. What's going to happen? Who's going to win? I did try and put a poll up in the chat. And then as soon as I did that, the chat on my computer has just totally froze. So apologies. But yeah, not long until we find out. Oh, congratulations to Vidal and his pops. Oh, bless him. Calls out the people. There's a lot of people that are not YouTubers but haven't won what I've won, so talk to me nice. We love that. 28 years old. I brought one of my sons with me to a press conference once, and Vidal Riley was there, and he was giving my son like all the pep talk, like the big brother talk. Absolutely amazing guy. Like I said, these fighters are something special. I've met quite a few of them. You guys will think, oh, why is she so close to them? Because They are great guys, and I've had some real good conversations with them. There's a lot of stuff that you speak about off camera that doesn't necessarily go on camera, because you're speaking to the fighters before you set the cameras up, before you press go for the conversations to start. So there's, like I said, there is certain fighters that I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I've got a lot of time for you because of the way that you treated myself. And say, for example, if I brought one of my kids along with me to help me with the camera stuff, they've been great with the kids as well. Let's have a look. Good lad. Yep. Guys, ladies in the chat, boxers in need charity for boxers, retired and injured as well. Yeah, absolutely fantastic cause. Help is £12. It's all it costs. All right, you can see the poll. I can't see it because my chat is just gone. So Super says, I'm signed up to Boxers in Need, and you can also give more if you can afford, as it's not as it's a one-off payment. So it's a 12 quid one-off payment, and it helps, but obviously you can donate more. Boxers in Need charity, 12 quid is all you need, and donate if you can afford it. One of the things that I also think fighters should do is negotiate healthcare insurance into their fight purses as well, just in case something happens to them in the ring and they need that private medical healthcare. That, say, for example, if you're waiting on the NHS, could take a while. I understand that it will be expensive because of the type of career it is, but I still think you'd be crazy not to have private medical healthcare insurance as a fighter. I think probably for a family, it's probably about family of five. It's probably about, I don't know, £3,000, and that's with Bupa. So one person, yes, the career is a massive risk, but even if it's £3,000 a year for yourself, why would you argue with that? You've got to look after your health. Yeah, he's an ambassador. That's Matty saying that he's an ambassador of Boxers in Need, and I know that's something that Peter Fury definitely supports as well. Oh gosh, I'm just looking at all of the blood on Lauren Price. I'm just having a quick look on Instagram, and Lauren Price is filled with blood. There's even blood dripping down like by her kneecaps, like she scraped her knees on the floor. Let's have a look. Interesting. Let me have a quick look and see what's happening on X. Thank you for telling me what's in the poll, because I can't see it. Oh yeah, potentially that Vianello could be fighting Martin Bacoli as well, because I thought he'd gone a bit quiet. I was like, what's happening with Martin Bacoli? But we shall see. Let's see what else is going on X. Obviously, congratulations. Riley CBS for world title next. The IBF is expected to order Vidal Riley to face Chris Billam-Smith for the vacant IBF Cruiserweight Championship next. Good shout, that is. Obviously, as we know, the belt was taken off Jaya Pataya due to that mix-up there. Obviously, with him going over to Zoffa, etc., etc. If you want to know all about that, there is a video. I'm sure I did about half an hour talking about the IBF and their ruling, and I think it was Code Part 5 of their contractual ruling. Part of the rules of being signed up to the IBF, sanctioning fees were taken, but when the IBF realized that he wasn't adhering to the IBF rules, they gave him his sanctioning fees back, and then that belt become vacant. So you're potentially looking at a bout between Vidal Riley and CBS. I like that fight, to be fair. Interesting. So CBS probably isn't going to Zoffa then. Let's have a look. Denzel Bentley. Right, just looking at the face-off with Lauren Price and Clarissa Shields. Yeah, face looks really busted up here as well, doesn't it? Bless her. Yeah, bless him. Denzel Bentley celebrating his win. Let's have a look. Just looking at some of the comments. Clarissa Shields says to BBC Sport, if Lauren Price wins tonight, we can look forward to a fight before the end of the year. So we'll see. You know, sometimes Ben likes to do these face-offs and the fight doesn't necessarily happen, but it's good hype, isn't it? And they need that, don't they? Lauren Price. And to be fair, Ben's had Lauren Price since the beginning, so you can't argue with that. He's built her, as he's built other fighters as well. We can't dispute what he's actually done. Let's have a look into the chat. HNX Media, $3,000 a year. Quad that for fighters in the US. No insurance for fighters is a disgrace. You know what? To be fair, HNX, I'm saying it's $3,000 for like a family. So if you pay that for one person as a fighter, that's a good deal. I don't know how much it would be, HNX, if I'm honest, to insure fighters. I'm just giving you a normal like family of 5 quote, and that's with Bupa. Obviously, the premium is going to be higher because you're an at-risk job. Can you imagine what getting life insurance is like for a boxer? How much you're going to be paying for that? It's going to be quite high. Right. Okay. Super says all of that blood was from a lip. Horrific. That's terrible. Let's have a look here. Oh my gosh. A. Now we're going back in time. Mr. A, so good to see you. Right. There's a lot of boxers injured, retired, that's got nothing, no help. The sport is the richest purse, but the richest purse is in sport right now. Yeah. But I will have to say, based on that, and it's great that we have got boxers in need. However, you as an entrepreneur, and this is what I'm saying with fighters, you have to treat yourself as a business. And just like you'd insure, you'd have home insurance, buildings and contents, car insurance. If you know that you're going out into risky situations, to me, it's common sense to say, I've got to have, that insurance, that medical insurance. Say, for example, I tear my bicep, one of them really common injuries in boxing. You want to be able to go and get that private medical health care. Say, for example, if your promoter doesn't pay for it, you know that you want to get in there and get that recovery, because it's not just about getting operated on. It's about the recovery period, the physio, to get you back in the ring as soon as possible. So to me, it's a no-brainer. I was quite surprised to learn that fighters don't have private medical healthcare insurance. It should be a given. There's absolutely no way. You've got a license to kill. Fighters have got a license to kill. They go in the ring to hurt each other. We know what can happen in that ring. You should be insured. So I think it's crazy that fighters don't do that. It's so good to see you, Mr. A. I've missed you. Remember there was one Christmas that we was online and I had my my little elves. I had these little elves on there, and the like Christmas elves. And Mr. A came on there and he said, "Oh, look, it looks like you've got Sonny Edwards in your hat." Yeah, it's just the stuff that we've got up to on our lives have just been brilliant. So it's great to see you guys. And I do remember a lot of the stuff that you say, some of the good stuff. Some people have said some crazy stuff as well. And Matty is going for Del Boy to go with a knockout win. Can anybody let me know what my poll says that I can't see? Because according to my computer screen, it says it's 55% uploaded. And I'm sure I did that about an hour ago. The promoter, Mr. Super saying the promoter or manager should have to insure them, but they don't necessarily have to, do they? Like I said, I think it should be negotiated. Like if you're going to take out, a contract or whatever, get those prices up and say, okay, but I need to make sure that there's a buffer for my health insurance, no monthly payments, pay it up front for the year. Just be savvy about what you're doing, because you need to look after yourself. Matty goes on to say, it's a dangerous sport. There should be a cut taken out of every fight to give to ex-boxers that need it. That's a bit controversial. Matty. And please forgive me, because I'm going to sound like a really horrible person. But I'm not going to want an ex-fighter having a cut of my money, because that fighter wouldn't have had his wages cut to pay a fighter before him. So I wouldn't. I think it's an individual fighter's responsibility to get those insurances. Or, like you said, you've got these charities set up where you can donate as much money as you want to help those, one for a better word, veteran fighters. Because one of the things that fighters aren't taught about as well, and this sounds like a bit of a school lesson, is how to manage your money, how to invest your money. What it's like, you can end up like an alcoholic or whatever. There's so much, you can spiral into depression when you stop fighting. Say if you were severely injured and you can't fight again. There's so many layers to boxing. Therapy, all of these things should be part of like a boxer's like healthcare package, if you want to look at it like that. And I'm waffling on because them lot are waffling on there, so I can talk about insurance if I want. Right, let's have a look. It's a dangerous sport, and yeah, okay. HNX Respect October. US insurance is just outrageous. Single non-fighter in the US is around $5,000 a year for the low end. You guys, to be fair, HNX, don't you guys have to even pay for ambulances? I'd probably listen. You know how many people would probably die at the roadside if we like lived in America? Because how many people haven't got those health insurances? Absolutely bonkers. Do you have any? We have over here have a national health service. So the doctors, if you work, you pay for your prescriptions. That's not free, but we do have a national health service. Do you guys have that over there? This is me being ignorant because I don't know about American healthcare. I've heard that something like Medicare, but I don't know if that still exists. Right, let's have a look. $5,000 is insane. What's that going to be? About 4 grand in UK money. Take 2% out of every fight to put in a pool for boxers that are retired or injured. Matty, I'm not doing it. But that's just me. I'm selfish. I'm not paying for you. No, I'm not doing it. But sorry, I can take the backlash, but I'm not paying. Like, if I wanted to give to boxers in need, yeah, of course, why not donate to a charity? But if I'm a fighter, you're not touching my purse, because that 2% is either going towards my pension fund, my own medical health care, or whatever. No, but that's just me, Matty. I know you haven't been chair Tai Chi. I'm reading the comments. Mr. A, listen, you've just been having fun with your wife and you've forgotten all about me. It's okay. Super said, I think we should, i.e. you, should shame the managers. I'd never do anything. I'd never do anything like that because I don't know what the package is like. I don't know what the packages are, if there are any packages, but what I'm saying is every fighter should have some sort of healthcare package within their fees. I just think it goes without saying, unless the fighters are getting paid that much that they can divvy up their payments into to making sure they've got like a pension fund, the retirement fund that we all have when we work, and obviously, like I said, the medical healthcare, which includes hospital treatments, mental health therapy, all of the other stuff that comes with it. I don't, like I said, I know I'm sounding like a bit of a scratch record, but when you look at and this is very, very morbid, and I'm really sorry, and I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm just saying the suicide rates with men are extremely high. I don't know if I'd probably say it is worldwide higher than the women. There's clearly some kind of issue there when it comes to mental health. So I think even therapy, I think everyone, to be fair, male, female, boxer or non-boxer, I think everybody should go to some sort of therapy because I do think it does help. Let's have a look. Seen a lot of this Tai Chi workout. It's good. He ain't doing that. He's capping. You don't take it from the fighter, you take it from the governing body to deduct like they do the percentage for the belts. Okay. So you're saying if you like, okay, so Maurizio, all the rest of them, they should be paying a percentage. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You are funny. Let's embarrass the promoters over health insurance. Let's not. But I will like the comments. And thank you very, very much for the super chat. I can't even pin it. How'd you do it? I can't even put it on the. No, can't do it. Can't do it. So thank you very much for the super chat. Brilliant, Matty. By week 2, I got my 6-pack back. Week 3, the missus noticed a huge difference. You see what I mean? You can't take him seriously. Um, Week 4, I had to recruit a second mistress. See, you cannot take anything that Mr. A says seriously. As we see Deontay Wilder coming out in a costume that looks really nice. He's got the biggest crucifix that I've ever seen. It's even making me feel a bit woozy. They've stopped letting me into churches now, by the way. Right, just trying to get rid of that. Anyway, enough of the sad side of boxing. Let's get ready for the last fight. 2 of 50 fight boxers that have given us some best nights in boxing. And Super goes on to say the BBFC should make it mandatory for them before they can fight. I do agree with that. And HNX Media, sorry, insurance rates in the US are my pet peeve. Don't be sorry about it. I'm glad you've let us know because I didn't realize. So yeah, I appreciate all of the information. Bon Scott goes on to say, with where did Wilder get his power with those chopstick legs? It's all in the hips, mate. It's all in the hips, Bon. All in the hips. Oh, look at this. 42, 40, 266 pounds versus 226, 6'2" versus 6'7", 74-inch reach. But Wilder's got a huge 83-inch reach. That's massive. The records are 36, 13 and 0 and 44, 4 and 1. And that is for Derek Chisora and Deontay Wilder, respectively. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have just joined us on Abs of October Red, we are here on this lovely Saturday evening, sharing quality time with each other as we get ready for the last fight of the night, the main event, Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. And it looks like it's quite full in there as well. 50th ring walk. Imagine that. Fair play to them. You've got to salute them for that, haven't you? Look at that. Deontay Wilder. We're hearing a few boos for him there. Where's the support gone for Deontay? It's all right, Barn. I'm going to get back to your comment in the first break. Let's just have a look. I would like to watch the ring walks. Remember, Deontay Wilder is the son of a preacher man. Is he from Birmingham, Alabama? I think so. He's from Alabama. He's South. I think he has a massive obsession with guns. He's got lots of different types of guns. Was showing them off, I think, with one of his fights. I think it was a Fury fight when they did a bit of docu series with him. He had some crazy looking firearms, like massive gun range in his home. Last time when he came over for the press conference for this initially, unfortunately, I didn't get to have a conversation with him on camera, but I did speak to him off camera, him and his partner. And it was good to see them. He seemed to be in the right headspace, very polite, very respectable. And this was after the hoo-ha that he had initially on TalkSport with Simon Jordan. But by the time he'd got to the presser, he'd like chilled out. And, he was really like happy to see everybody. Very polite, very respectful guy, guarded heavily by his team. Is that polka dots? Oh, they shouldn't boo him. I wouldn't boo him. He's come out with his religious attire on, the crucifix. He's got some leggings on. I don't know what's on his leggings. I'll cheer if I were there. I'll cheer the both of them. I'm trying to see what's on his leggings. I like his outfit though, but that cross is heavy. He wants to take that off. Oh, King of God's Army. Okay, King of God's Army this time. That crucifix. I feel like I'm on The Exorcist. Let's have a look as he climbs into. He's so tall, isn't he? 6'7". He just climbs over the top rope to get in the ring, walking around the ring, opening the mouth as they do with the jaw. Gosh, how's this fight going to go? What's the poll saying? Can he pull that trigger? Right, just had to listen to some gospel music there for him coming in. So 74-inch, they were saying that Moses had a short arm span at 80. Chisora must be like a T-Rex. That's from Bon Scott. Mr. A said, unfortunately, I can see Wilder getting the KO. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it is Alabama. Thank you very much, James Douglas. Forgot there was a fight on the BBC. How did that go? Have a look through the chat, James. Very interesting, I think. Scorecards were a little bit wide. Lauren Price got the win. I'm not sure about the other fights. See, Joseph, Wilder has took us to church. And I've got to say, personally, I didn't enjoy the experience. But you know that already about me, don't you, Joseph? Matty says this fight is so hard to predict because we don't know if Wilder will come in like the old Bomb Squad days. Are we obsessed with like that? Are we obsessed with the old fighter? Can we just get on or, just realize that they're maybe not who they were? We struggle with that, don't we? I do as well. Bon Scott says it says sponsored by Pot Noodle. You lot are nuts. Mr. A says Wilder shot to pieces, but Lord knows how many chickens have lost their heads and feet in preparation for this one. He has a sponsor. Let's have a look. He has a sponsor by Nike on the soles of his boots. Smart move. Is he sponsored by Nike? Joseph, I know you don't get banned. That's only for me. I'll tell you a story. I went to while Derek Chisora's walking out. I went to a christening, but it was a christening. It was a Catholic church. It was maybe over 10 years ago now. Because as you know, I don't go to church. But my friend's child was getting christened, so I went. And I was sat there, and all of a sudden, I just started to feel really hot and woozy. Do you remember Omen? When they were trying to take him to the church and he kicked off in the back of the car. I thought that was what was going to happen to me. But anyway, long story short, I didn't stay in there for too long. And that was the end of that. Hotel California, best song ever. I don't think Wilder's shot at all. I think he's determined to win and he's still got his power. Okay, then no boxing security to walk in both fighters. Nah, they're all right. Look at that. I like that outfit that Chisora's wearing. It's like a Grim Reaper, isn't it? Main event time, guys. If you've just joined, I'm Abs of October Red. Thank you to all of you that have joined this evening. We haven't done a watch along in a bit. It is conversation and commentary. I've tried streaming live directly from YouTube, which has had its teething problems. But we are here. We get there in the end. And it's been an enjoyable night. Some good fights. The last 4 fights, Matty got his early KO. We had Denzel Bentley that also got his stoppage as well. Obviously, Vidal Riley went to points with a durable, tough Mastnac. Put on a great performance. Didn't lose a round. And now we are here for the main event. The event that we're all here for. We are gathered here today. And it is Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. Derek Chisora's fought absolutely everyone except for Anthony Joshua. Do you know that? So, to me, if Derek gets this win, he's got to call out AJ. And then after the AJ fight, then go away. I'm going to say that. Brave, but I'm going to say it anyway. Derek Chisora is just getting into the ring. I like his Grim Reaper outfit. He looks like that Jeepers Creepers, actually. Right, baking with Ben. Oh, we'll have to check your channel out. Do you bake stuff on your channel, Ben? I do like a bit of baking. Let's have a look. I'm predicting a massive KO for Wilder, honestly. Okay. I'll take that, Ben. I'm going to check your food out. Leave you some lovely comments as well. He should have come out, and this is you, man. Said he should have come out with Only Fools and Horses song. Yeah, he could have done that, innit? I called one of my lads Damien after Omen. Yeah. Great film. Bounty Hunter outfit. Sorry, Bounty Hunter. Baking with Ben says, I think Moses should fight the winner. Fair, fair. He said he would never fight AJ. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. Sorry, Super. I really don't believe it. Joseph, I don't know what you're laughing at. If it's the church story, it's actually a true story. HNX Media, Del Boy, let's go. Blunt boxing should be a good fight. We will be surprised if it goes the distance. So somebody's getting knocked out. And I do apologize if you see me continuously glancing away from the screen. The chat that I've got in front of me on the stream has stopped working. So I'm actually watching this from my own YouTube channel on mute so I can reply to the comments. Here we go. Right, I don't know much about his team. I did speak briefly to Malik Scott, and he said that he's back with. So I'm presuming that this is part of his old team. So we'll see how he does get on. Let's go, Mr. Bates. Ah, lovely. Chisora's in the red corner. Is that the safe corner to be in? Fair play to him. He's an animal, you know. I watched him fight that Otto Wallin. Jesus God. That was brutal, that was. He loves it. He loves the attention. He ain't gonna retire. I like his S&C coach. You get on quite well with him. Nice guy. Been with Derek from like the beginning. First time I met him is when Derek was still in Don Charles's gym. Can't remember who he was fighting. Oh, look at the booze for Deontay Wilder. Absolutely brutal. But just feed off it, Deontay. Don't worry about that. Ah, there's that Jay Diaz. That was the one he was with before, innit? I recognize him now. Oh, we've got a storm here in Birmingham. Oh, it's bad weather. I'll get back to the chat in a bit. Right, the ring announcers are or have announced the fighters, giving their records, talking about the referee. Fighters are now in the center of the ring. As I like to say, the referee reads them their last rites before the fight starts. Wow. Deontay's debut in the No, it isn't. Is it? Yeah, it is. It's his debut in the UK, isn't it? He's fought on the Riyadh season cards. Were any of them in the UK? No, they would have been in Saudi. I'm quite sure of it. Apologies, guys, while I get the bots out the chat once again. Seconds out. Round number 1. Here we go. Chisora goes into the ring straight away. Straight away, it looks like, oh, wow, Deontay Wilder using the jab. Derek Chisora comes in with the backhand as he goes low. Both guys in the clinch straight away. Deontay Wilder just backed up there on the ropes by Derek as he comes in low. There we go. He's so unorthodox. A hit on the top of Wilder's head. Chisora just gets a little bit of a warning off the ref. Wilder flicks out that jab. Oh my God! Derek Chisora backhand already wobbles Wilder. What is going on? Derek's gonna do him by the looks of it. Wow. Didn't like his legs then. That was a backhand that came in from Derek Chisora, which wobbled him. Wilder's already on the back foot, his legs. Chisora going to the body. Shots going into the side of the head by Derek Chisora. The ref is separating the two. Oh my God. Derek's going to do him, ain't he? Here we go. The jab. He's trying to feel out the jab. Wilder just looks like he's carrying away from Derek. Going to throw the equalizer. Derek just takes the shot. Both guys are in the clinch. Very messy fight as Mark Bates, referee, separates the two. Saying, listen to me when I'm speaking to you. Derek, once again, goes ahead with the jab, swings to the body. Wilder moves out the way on the back foot, throws in his own shot to the body, throws a shot to the head. Wilder gets Derek in a headlock. Derek's just literally going in like a bull towards the red flag, going in low, trying to hit high. Literally like a fight spoiler. I wonder if the ref will warn him about his head being so low. Once again, the guys are in the clinch and the ref separates the two. Round number 1 of 12. Started off tasty. Chisora throws at the jab. Wilder throws out his own. Both guys once again in the clinch. Some work going on in the clinch. The ref leaves them in there until he has to separate them. The crowd is chanting the name of Derek Chisora as he tries to move forward with a jab. Wilder tries to throw a hook, completely misses Derek. Where is the speed? Where is the explosiveness from Deontay Wilder? Are questions being answered here? Woo! Nearly falling out the ring. The ref's going to have a right go. He said stop boxing and they've not listened. The ref's nearly on the floor. Somebody jumps in there. That one of Derek Chisora's team jumps in there. The ref's going to have a go at them. He said, stop boxing. They were in the clinch. They didn't listen. Wilder just carried on with a barrage of shots. He's going to get a serious talking to here as he walks over to give Derek Chisora the same warning. Derek Chisora's coach just got told to get out the ring. This is good. You know what? Unorthodox, but good. Entertaining. What we like. Right, here we go. Wilder there, pours out that jab, pours it out. Derek throws his own, goes in low. Oh, okay. First round down. I've got to get to this chat. Let me get to the chat. Right, blah, 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 blah. Come on, Dale boy. Yeah, his head trainer was an assistant trainer before Malik Scott was. All right, iffy. Is that Jay Diaz? He was never a real champion. He fought and won 40 fights with 40 KOs, most inside 3 or 4 rounds, but not one fighter was in the top 25 ranked in any racing apart from Ortiz, who was 40 years old. Mr. A said, they say Del Boy is a proper wrong-un, but is that many gagging orders that it will only come out after he's passed away? I hope it's wrong. Interesting. Allegedly, put that in there. Charles Bell, good evening to you. Definitely surprised if it goes the distance. I hope Wilder isn't wild with his approach, though. And Matty goes on to say, this will not go the judges. This will not go to the judges. Not a chance. This was funny. That was good. That is. Both of them nearly out the ring. Here we go. Round number 2. Right, here we go. Derek comes in he lunges in there, going in low, keeping his guard up, but going in for the shots. Wilder tries to throw a hook. Chisora goes under it. Both guys once again in the clinch. Is it a clash of heads? I don't know. Wilder was holding the top of his head. I think if Derek really clocks him, he ain't gonna like it. I think he's gonna go. Look at those legs. Once again, Derek going in with the hook to the head. Wilder holds on, sort of like rabbit punches. Listen to the ref as he separates the two. Jab coming in from Chisora as he walks forward. Both of them going at it. Wow! Wilder gets Derek Chisora a big hit there. He's going for Derek. He's punching Derek. Derek's on the ropes. Derek is throwing back. Ref jumps in, separates the two. Should have left that, man. Let them fight out the clinch. Wilder's going in with that backhand. Throws it. Derek takes it. Jab to the body. Derek throws one back. Wilder goes with his own. The feet. Speak about feet positioning. It's just out the window. There is no positioning. There is no order. This is two men having a fight in the ring with boxing gloves on. The jab, the pouring jab from Wilder. Pouring jab. Derek's looking at his opportunity to go in. He jabs to the chest of Deontay Wilder. Wilder gets him on the top of the head due to the positioning. Derek Chisora then throws all the shots into the body of Deontay Wilder, throwing in uppercuts, throwing in hooks to the head. Derek throwing in hooks to the head. Both of the men in the clinch, and the referee separates the two. The pouring jab once again from Wilder. Derek once again throws in the hook to the body, uppercut, body shots, hooks to the head, and this is in the clinch. Oh, ref, just let them fight out the clinch. Body shot going in from Chisora, overhand from Chisora. Did he get knocked down or did he drop? Oh, I think he just dropped. 1, 2, 3. Wilder throwing that back hook in. Both of the guys in the clinch once again. Ref separates the two. That jab coming in from Derek Chisora. Wilder's throwing in the backhand. There is literally no order to this. Wilder's holding on. The punch is coming in. Very, very messy. It's almost like a pub fight, this is. Interesting. How do you think Fury will feel if Wilder wins? I don't think he'll care, if I'm honest. And that's from Baking with Ben. Mr. A said, didn't he fight and nearly kill Audley Harrison in Sheffield? Why am I laughing? It's not even funny. Sorry, I do apologise. It is very messy, iffy. So Matty says he's 50, abs, he's got to retire for his own I don't think he's younger than me. He's not 50. He's took some proper punishment from top world-class fighters. He ain't retiring. Wilder's trying to throw him out of the ring. Hilarious. He's done. Wilder is running like a chicken. Bon Scott, the African-American, is a SpongeBob. Matty Bipolar says the S word. Mr. A, the real Del Boy from Only Fools and Horses, I meant, not Chisora. Chisora is in trouble. Right, here we go. Chisora coming forward. Wilder using a bit of skill there, dipping under the arm of Chisora to spin out to make sure he doesn't stay on the ropes. Chisora literally just lunging forward and hoping for the best by the looks of it. Wilder, I mean, do any of them look particularly good? No, it's a very messy fight. But what I will say is Wilder's definitely come here to put on a fight. No matter how horrible it looks. And we are in round number 3 of 12. Nice hook going into the head of Wilder there from Chisora. They're in the clinch, fighting in the clinch. You can't really see who's getting the shots off. It looks like Chisora's getting more off at the moment. As they separate the twos. Round 3 of 12. I don't think this is going to go to 12. I'd be very surprised if this goes 12 rounds. However, somebody's shouting instructions. I can't see who it is. Shouting instructions to one of them. Oh, Malik Scott. Right, here we go. Jab. Oh! Deontay Wilder caught Chisora then with the backhand. Deontay Wilder's going in for the kill. Derek Chisora's making it really messy by crouching down, stopping Wilder from not being able to get his work off that he wants to. Wilder ain't doing too bad though. Oh, who's bleeding? Where's the blood coming from? Oh, nice jab. 1-2 coming in from Chisora as he goes for the body. He's just, like I said, he's just like a bull to a red rag. Look, there's some blood coming from the nose of Wilder there. Overhand failure from Chisora. Backhand once again coming in from Wilder. Chisora takes it. You know what I'm thinking? I'm really thinking Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua now. I like that fight. Right, but we don't know how this is going to end up. Wilder moving out of the way of the punches that Chisora's trying to throw at him as he lunges forward with this jab. It's almost like he's got a knife in his hand and he's lunging forward with it. Deontay, Chisora lunges forward, nearly ends up throwing himself out the ring. And Deontay throws a punch whilst Chisora is on the ropes. What's the ref? This ref's having a nightmare with these two. What is going on? Oh, something's happened to Chisora. I wonder if something's happened. His coach has jumped in the ring. He's having a look at Chisora because Chisora sort of waited on the ropes like something was up. What is it? His eyes look all right to me. What is it? His eyes look all right. His coach is giving him instructions. His coach is shouting at him, telling him what to do, telling him to listen. So he's probably all right. I thought there was something up with his eyes then. They were a bit red, but that happens. You got all that sweat going into your eyeballs, burning them. I wonder. Okay, let's have a look. Chisora goes into the center of the ring, throwing out the jab, smothering any work that Wilder tries to get off. They're both rabbit punching each other at the moment. The ref is having an absolute nightmare separating the guys. The fight is extremely messy. Nice, lovely hook goes in from Chisora there, but they're staying in the clinch, fighting in the clinch. I guess the ref is trying to do his best to let them fight out the clinch, but ends up separating them. What a messy fight. I'll get back to the chat in a bit. I know I've missed it. Oh, overhand from Wilder. Another one coming in from Wilder. Chisora throws in his old. They're having a little bit of a hug fest. The ref once again separating them. Chisora comes in, lunges in, but he looks like, you know, when he's throwing his shots, it just looks like it doesn't really have any impact. See, like that jab, like that wasn't it looked like a, listen, I wouldn't want to get hit with it. I'm not saying that, but it makes Wilder look like he's, you know, still more explosive. Long levers as well. Chisora comes in with the body shots once again. Wilder's on the floor, not from being knocked down, just from being ragged about, really. Fighters do fall in the ring. It's very messy. This fight is not easy on the eye at all. That pouring jab coming out. Chisora goes in with his own jab, going in for the overhand. The ref, once again, separating the two. He's going to have a word with these pair. We've got 1 minute left in round number 4 of 12. Jab comes in from Chisora. Wilder's just looking to load up that backhand. You can see it. He throws it so weird, though. Like he's worried that it can't connect. Wilder's leaning on Chisora. Ref, once again, gets in the middle, separates the two. 48 seconds of round number 4. Backhand coming in from Wilder. Chisora's head's just still there. 1, 2. Oh, damn! Chisora's got Wilder. Wilder looks very uncomfortable there. He's saying the back of his head. Wilder throws a shot, misses it. Chisora goes in from the body. 28 seconds. Guys in the clinch. The ref's going to separate the two. Yeah, Chisora got him there with a nice overhand right. Let's have a look at just Wilder look uncomfortable on his legs. He goes back into the ropes. He slips the shot. He sticks his tongue out. Chisora goes in for the body shot. 1, 2 coming in from Wilder. Chisora throws a hook. Another overhand. It didn't connect. He's just throwing barrage of shots. The bell's going to go. Joshua's telling him to uppercut him, telling him to do this and that. Wilder walks back to his corner smiling. There's a swelling under the left eye of Deontay Wilder. That was exciting. Oh, shut up. Right. Bon Scott, punch power never really leaves a fighter. It is the last to leave, so don't be too surprised if SpongeBob does Chisora. 68 DG, both are terrible. If he says, lol, I can't believe Wilder fell for Chisora's rope move. He's been succeeding in the last 2 fights with it. And Mr. A agrees with Bon Scott. That's right there. If he says the ref has protected Chisora twice now from getting stopped, Chisora is done, and that comes in from if you see Bon Scott, bans, booze, and Bon. The final 24 hours of Bon Scott. Oh, that's a sweet shot. That overhand right. Tony Bellew screaming. Super said Dell said Wilder put his thumb in his eye. Okay, fair enough. Dirty tactics, and this does happen. I heard that happened in another fight, another heavyweight fight before as well, and messed up the vision of a fighter. So here we go, round number 5 of 12. Chisora going in low, Wilder going in with that hook to the head. Chisora jumping in and throwing the shots onto Wilder. Wilder just moving out the way there, just a little bit quicker. That weight difference is going to make a difference in movement. But Chisora is still able to hit the target if he wants to. Goes in for the jab with Wilder. Wilder tries to throw an uppercut. It misses. Chisora there throwing the backhand as a jab. Double jab. Oh dear. It looks like he might be a little bit hurt here as Chisora goes in with the overhand. I'm telling you now, Wilder is really unsteady on his feet. Looks like Chisora's going in for the kill here. Oh, the ref separating them, man. Right, we've got 2 minutes left in round number 5 of 12. The overhand. Wow! Chisora just dropped on the floor there. This is their messy fight in the clinch. You know, when you're old, that's how I get out of bed in the morning. You just see how Derek Chisora got up off the floor. That's how I get out of bed. It catches up with you eventually. And I ain't even fighting. Right, here we go. Ref Derek's finally off the floor. Wilder once again throwing out that pouring jab. Chisora going underneath it to throw the overhand. He's dangerous with that overhand, to be fair. As he goes to the body. Both guys in the clinch once again. Gosh, it's so frustrating. Just the jab from Chisora, pushing Wilder back. The overhand on Wilder. Hammer fist coming in the top of the head from Deontay Wilder to Derek Chisora as he throws another overhand. Both guys in the clinch. There's just absolutely no skill in this fight whatsoever, but it's a good. It's entertaining, isn't it? It's literally a fight. That jab comes back out from Wilder, who's on the back foot. Jab, overhand, once again coming in from Derek, and he literally throws the overhand and ends up on the floor himself. Oh, Wilder's blinking, but he's smiling. I think that Chisora, the weight is not done well with the conditioning. I get it because he's absorbing the shots from Wilder. I understand that. That seems to be working. But his conditioning, the extra weight, the ref once again getting in the middle of these two guys. We've got 20 seconds left in round number 5 of 12. This fight's insane. It's like an elite pub fight, isn't it? And the ref getting into in between the middle of them. It's just so messy. The clappers are going for round number 5 already. This is a 12-round fight as well, isn't it? Let's have a look. Wilder throwing in the shots. It's so weird. It's just really weird. Just the hand positioning, the way the shots are being thrown. It's absolutely insane. Maybe it's his nose, not his eyes. Bon Scott, that popped up in my news feed. Got me scared now. Which bit? What about the eyes? These guys are wrestling absolutely iffy. Chisora's legs going. It's over. Sparked him there. Disappointing fight from both. Just a payday for both of them. And that's Osborne Grant. Good evening to you. Chisora got him there. They're both getting each other, to be fair, even though I would say that Chisora seems to be getting the better of him. Chisora is smashing him, and the bell saved him. Yep. 68 GD. What are we all watching? What are we watching on this Saturday evening? Right, round number 6. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, it's like an elite pub fight. Right, here we go. Come on. You know what it is when you watch. Here we go. Backhands coming in from both of the fighters. Wilder just like no, just they're just having a scrap. How do we call this? A couple of hooks going in from Wilder, backhand going in from Wilder. The hook, he misses it. Chisora goes underneath. Sweet uppercut coming in from Wilder. Chisora takes the shot, still moves forward. The jab coming in from Wilder. Better. Jab comes in from Chisora. Chisora throws an overhand right. Wilder does some clubbing shots to Chisora, clubbing him down in the top of his head. What? Jab. Chisora like lunges forward into him. What the hell, man? I wonder how much these guys are getting paid for this. Jab, overhand. Answer from Wilder. Both guys in the clinch. Ref doesn't let them fight out the clinch because let's face it, what's the point? So he separates the two. We are in round number 6 of 12. Jab. 1, 2. Body shots. Backhand coming in from Wilder. Uppercut from Wilder, but misses it. Body shots. Backhands coming in from Wilder. They're both having a bit of a fight now. Overhand coming in from Chisora. You know what? Fair play to them. 50 fights, ain't it? 50 fights, and they've done a lot better than I would have done because I probably look 10 times worse if I was in the ring. But when your eyes are conditioned to see certain types of fighting and then you see this, you're like, it deregulates the nervous system. Saying that Chisora throws a nice hook into the side of Wilder's face. Well, even Wilder looks a little bit tired. Oh, backhand there coming in from Wilder once again. Both guys in the clinch. The body shots there. Hooks to the head. Ref separates the two. He's doing a lot of work tonight. Jab comes out from Wilder. Chisora just walks through it. Goes for the body shot on the belt. Hook to the head. It's just a mess, isn't it? I don't think like anything's really happening because they're not really able to get their shots off in like a proper execution, one for a better word. 1, 2, 3. Hook to the body, hook to the head. That's from Chisora. Wilder's got both guys once again in the clinch, getting separated. Got 10 seconds left in round number 6. Hook comes in from Wilder, and the bell's going to go. Oh, he was on the bell. He was on the bell. Calm down. Right. It's sad to see 2 multi-millionaire boxers fighting like 2 drunk pub fighters, if I'm honest. That's from Matty. And this is why boxers should have the gloves up before they get fights like this. Super said Chisora is breaking him down. And Matty says it's a crazy fight. It is like a pub brawl. Overhand right again. And that is Chisora's work. I've been in many fights like this. What is going on? This is crazy. And this is pay-per-view. It's nuts, isn't it? James Douglas, old men fighting. I can't October. I don't mind. Super says I've got Derek up by 3 after 5. You know what? I'm glad you're scoring it, Super, because I'm not. Delhi's getting tired. Del fight's tired though. That's the thing, Super. We all expected a slugfest. And yeah, maybe we did. You know what? I don't know if I did, Super, if I'm honest. Did I expect a slugfest? No, because I wasn't sure how much Wilder had left. A slugfest from Derek? Yeah, potentially. But I wasn't sure what Wilder had. And we're now into the second half of the fight. Round number 7 of 12. Jab coming out from Wilder there. Hook from Wilder. As Derek guards up, walks up, goes for the overhand once again, throws out the jab, but it just misses the face. Frampton's got it a draw. I ain't even scoring this. Yeah, Frampton's got it as a draw. Interesting. All right, here we go. Chisora there looking to throw that overhand once again. Goes to the body, goes to the head. Wilder on the inside, both guys in the clinch, body shot coming there. The ref's trying to separate them. These are like two unruly kids. They're just not listening to the ref, really. A minute down in round number 7 of 12. Jab. Jab, uppercut, nice there. Work from Wilder, uppercut, overhand, backhands. This is a work coming in from Wilder. What are you doing? Just let him. That was a scrap then. There was no need to get involved in that. Right, jab coming in. Body shots coming in from Chisora. Both guys in the clinch once again. We've got just over a minute left in round number 7 of 12. 1-2 from Wilder. Body shots, head shots while he's in the clinch from Chisora. Chisora dipping down, going to throw the overhand. Just the shoulder of Wilder gets in the way. Both guys in the clinch once again. Body shot goes in from Chisora once he's in the clinch. 1-2 from Wilder, just skimming the top of the head of Chisora. Jab going out. Jab once again from Chisora. Both guys in the clinch. This is such a mess. But it's one of them where you don't necessarily want to take your eyes off the computer, off the screen, because it could be lights out. Yeah, I think that's a nice little jump out jab there by Wilder. 1-2. Oh, both of the guys on the floor. Wilder's getting frustrated. I don't know if you're going to kick off then. Wilder's getting frustrated, shaking his head like, what the hell's going on? What did Chisora drag him down on the floor? The bell's gone. This is mad. Oh, let's have a look. This is not a good watch. I'm not enjoying this. Nice jab, Dell. I got sucked into believing it would be a good fight. Super Guzzi's busted Dell's eye after the bell. Dirty. Dell boy's eye is bleeding. This will get stopped. Let's have a look and see what the corner does. Super says Wilder's never been able to actually box. That is true. If he said if Frampton has it a draw, it's because he knows Wilder is really winning. Bipolar says Wilder was fed boxers to get America to hold on to the heavyweight championship title. They seem to think they own the heavyweight division. And I think that was back then. I think times are changing now. And it's like, if he's, said it's literally like two brothers and Dell boy's gassed out. Dell is always gassed. Round number 8. This would be insane if it goes the distance. We were saying, oh yeah, this is not going to go the different distance. Meh. Here we go. Mark Bates is giving them a little bit of a shouting. He must be frustrated in there because I'm frustrated watching him. Right, jab from Dell to the body, to the head. You know what? Dell Boy's doing this to lean on him to try and drain out his power, isn't he? To frustrate him. Uppercut coming in there from Wilder. But I'm not sure if it connected. Overhand there from Dell. And this is in the clinch. Body shots coming in from Chisora. Hard body shots by the looks of it as well. You can hear those punches. Wilder tries to get his own off. Separates. Oh, sweet overhand. Sweet overhand by Del Boy. Oh, dear. Wilder comes back and beats him back. Del Boy's trying to put the pressure on him. Del Boy's running away. Del Boy throws his own overhand. Del Boy slips onto the ropes, dips down. Wilder's going in for the kill. Trying to nail down Del Boy, and it's not happening. The ref is just standing there thinking, shall I let them fight out the clinch? No, I can't. Separates it. Oh, that was good. You know what? There's absolutely no skill to what's going on here. Del Boy goes down. Yeah, they've got to count that. Yeah, you got to get a count for that. Oh, he doesn't look comfortable. He's looking at his corner. He says, "Yeah, I'm fine." But he's looking around the ring. The blood is coming from his eye. The crowd is cheering. He's going to jump on him now. Come on, you got a minute left. So Del Boy's there, shelling up in the corner. Wilder's trying to do that once. Ooh. Get away from them ropes. That's not a knockdown. He just fell through the ropes. I'm telling you, this is going to be me when I get to the when my kids cart me off to the old people's home. It's going to be falling all over the place. What's the ref said? He's had a point taken off him for what? Oh, that's a nasty cut on Del Boy's eye. So he's saying that he's pushed him out of the ring. Okay, I don't know. I can't see it from that angle. I wish I was there to watch this live now, to be fair. Jab coming through from Del Boy. Wilder's coming in. He's waiting to land that backhand. He's just trying to get his range. Uppercut coming in. The work there. Del Boy's just trying to smother the work from Wilder. So Wilder can't get his shots off. And he's going to come in. He's going to launch for that overhand right. Chisora's backing up now. Rolling onto the ropes. Wilder overhand comes in. Chisora throws his own hook back. Goes to fight Wilder back. The hook's coming in. I think the heads might have clashed there. The ref having a look. They're seeing him. They're going to end up falling out the ropes again. This is epic. Yeah, let's have a look at the chat. This is funny. This is actually funny. I should give them respect. They deserve it, but I'm not enjoying two boxers fight like this. Super goes, oh. Matty says, oh, yeah, okay, that's little chat. Yep, they're not the best, are they? Not down. But let's be honest, they both have millions from their careers, so I'm going to say what I think. Yeah, absolutely. Point deduction. Did he elbow him? I didn't see that. It is entertaining. There's absolutely no skill whatsoever, but it is entertaining. Big up to October Red. Everyone, she's a mum, wife, boxing expert, the best interviewer. I'm off my head as well. AJ shouting out to Del. You got Malik shouting out for Wilder. Right, here we go. Seconds out. Come on. Round 9. Can you believe it's round 9 already? Let's have a look. Jab coming in from Chisora. Backhand coming in from Chisora. Both guys in the clinch once again. Round 9 of 12. To be fair, these rounds are gone quick. Here we go. Frampton's got Wilder up 76 to 75. I think the fans has got it a draw. Round number 9 of 12. The jab comes out from Chisora. Chisora with the overhand. Body shots coming in. Wilder's just trying to slither his way out of the grasps of Chisora. Chisora's spoiling any work that Wilder's trying to get off. It's quite funny, actually. It's going to be frustrating, isn't it? Just can't get his work off as he comes in on the inside with his unorthodox style, goes straight in for the clinch, gets the hits in the clinch, the ref screaming to break. Jab to the chest from Chisora to Wilder. Wilder pouring out that jab once again. Chisora on the back foot. Wilder comes forward. Looks like he's trying to... Nice jab there from Wilder. Jab once again from Wilder. To the chest of Chisora. Chisora tries to come in with an overhand. Just skims the face of Wilder. Wilder does his own overhands inside the clinch. And I bet once again the referee is separating the two. Body shots coming in from both. Got 1 minute, 15 seconds left of round number 9 of 12. I wonder if this goes the distance. Nice hook coming in there on the inside from Chisora to Wilder. Ref once again getting in the middle of the two. Overhand once again to Wilder from Chisora, but Wilder just took that. He didn't look like that bothered him at all. Both guys in the clinch. It's just a mess. Overhand, but he misses it. This is Chisora's work as he holds on to Wilder for dear life. The ref separates the two. Jab coming forward from Chisora. The jab once again balances off. It's almost like Chisora tries to jab with his backhand, but not necessarily switching to southpaw. But it's not a backhand shot. Oh, I got 10 seconds left, even though the clock said 12, but here we go. A hook coming in from Chisora as he throws it and then moves back. Insane. What an insane fight this is. Definitely MF. Chisora spoiling the whole fight. Only Chisora knows best. Definitely not fighting again. He doesn't care. And that's from Osborne. Super saying Frampton is on the glue with his scorecard. He's got the glue with his scorecard. The comments. You can't make out this epic fight. It's a joke of a fight. It is good. It is entertaining though. That if you're looking at skill, which is what we've just watched with Vidal Riley, and then you look at this, it's just worlds apart, isn't it? Don't worry about the weight. We're talking about the boxing skill. This is two men having a scrap with gloves on and shorts in a ring. Definitely not fight of the year contender. And that's from Osborne. James Douglas, this is mad. 68 TG says, I want my money back. James says, both need to retire. And Super says, I've got it even after 9 rounds. That's what the chat's saying as well. Matty says, Frampton will tell us it's the fight of the year. And Django saying, wow. Right, we're going into round. I can't believe there's 3 rounds left of this. This is absolutely bonkers. Oh, that was a little bit of a cheeky combination there from Wilder. Some hooks to the head of Chisora. I've got Chisora up, you know. I've got probably Chisora probably a round up. Oh yeah, but he got knocked down, didn't he? Yeah, you're probably right about the draw. To be fair, yeah, Chisora's just horrible to get in the ring with, isn't it? Smothering his work. So he goes backwards. He waits for Wilder to run forward. Wilder's like just standing there. Look at them. Look like they're both drunk in a car park. I love this. A hook, backhand, but Chisora manages to get out of the way. So the impact, the sting wasn't really there. Jab to the body from Wilder. Once that's it, jab to the head. This is the work coming from Wilder while Chisora's in the corner. But he just like does these hammer shots on the top of his head. I think he did the same thing in the Fury fight. I'm thinking, what kind of punches is that? 1-2 coming in. This is what he wants. He wants Chisora backed up into the corner. Chisora seems as if he's giving him a little bit of a trash talk. Jab, jab, jab. He's like pouring out the jab. Chisora rolls under the shots to try not to take any more. That backhand coming in. Wobbled him a little bit. Chisora goes to the body. Wilder goes to the head. Look at that. The pouring the jab to the body from Chisora. He's gone southpaw. He goes back to orthodox. It's just like, yeah, southpaw. Southpaw. This is Chisora. And he's gone back to orthodox. The overhand for Wilder. That looked like it rocked his head a little bit there. Wilder holds on for dear life. I think, you know what? I don't think like Wilder just looks tired. You know, but Del Boy can fight tired. Chisora can fight tired. This is what he does. Overhand, but it goes on the shoulder body shot there. See, as soon as Wilder tries to get into position to throw back, Del Boy drags him in and just holds him in like he's wrestling him, spoiling his work, totally spoiling it. Right, here we go. Both need to retire. That's from James. Super says, I've got it even after 9 rounds. I've got there already, didn't I? Matty said, if you can score this fight, you need to be a judge because nobody could score this fight. It's carnage and it's a crazy slugfest. Super says, with the point off, it might be a round up. Not a good advertisement for the art of sweet science. Definitely not the sweet science. It's a brawl, isn't it? Star Fox. Oh, welcome back, Star Fox. She's already listening to Baby Mother said, knock you out by LL Cool J. Might not have been the best song to G him up. Big overhand right. Della's won the 10th round. I might be wrong, but I fancy I beat both of these guys. Matty, stop it. What? Okay, 68's got Wilder up. I've got Chisora up just though. I think they'll call it a draw so they can go again. Please not. Nah, let's not do this again. Listen, it's round number 11 of 12. How many of us said, oh, this is not going to go the distance? But to be fair, we've still got 2 rounds left. It's still early days, but I did not think we would be getting into round like 11. Absolutely no way. Even trying to commentate on the fight, you like looking, and fair enough, you know, Wilder's like thrown a hook and moved off to the right as Chisora's coming back with the jab. Wilder on the back foot. Chisora throwing another jab to the chest, the flicking out of the jab from Wilder to Chisora. Wilder remains on the back foot, going around the ring, not sticking himself in the corners. A hook coming in there from Wilder, 1-2 from Wilder. Chisora answers with 2 body shots. I think I'm finally sort of getting used to their style so I can speak about it. Literally say what you see because there's no rhythm, there's no pattern. It's just 2 guys having a fight. Right, the jab coming in from Chisora. Once again, the jab. Backhand coming in from Wilder, but Chisora's just taking it. I'm convinced that's why he put the weight on. Don't get me wrong, he's sluggish. He's moving slower around the ring, but that weight of his is helped. Like I said, a shock absorber for these shots from Wilder. And then I say that now and he gets sparkled. But I think that was his plan. And thank you. Oh, body shots coming in. And that was work from Chisora to Wilder. Backhand there from Wilder to the head of Chisora. 1-2 from Wilder's. Chisora goes low, comes back throwing his own jab, tries to throw the overhand, just skimming the head of Deontay Wilder. And the ref separates the 2. Let's have a look. 1-2 from Wilder. The jab. Chisora back into the ropes from Wilder. Wilder's literally trying to punch him out the ropes. Does he have that as a knockdown? It's a count. It's a count. That's the second knockdown now. They've counted it. 1-2 from Wilder to Chisora. Overhand. Whoa! He got him then. Was that the overhand, or did he just literally trip under his own legs? Was that actually a knockdown, or did he just trip over his own legs? This fight is an absolute mess. No one knows what's going on. Chisora gets the bell. Everyone's fighting after the bell. This is bonkers. That this last round is going to be an absolute shootout. Here we go. Hold on a minute. Del Boy up by 1 or 2. The pay-per-view pundits want a refund. Listen, Mr. A, I'm glad I'm not watching this by the sounds of it. Now, to be fair, Mr. A, it is entertaining. It's crazy. It's unorthodox. There's boxing there, but not what we're used to seeing. It's just a very entertaining, crazy fight. You just got to look at the fight for what it is. But it's not. I'm not bored watching it because we're going into round number 12 now. And if it was boring, I would have been yawning. We've been streaming for like nearly 4 hours. So DAZN presenters say we just witnessed the classic of all time. Bless him. Wilder's got a 10-8, and now Wilder's being counted. Both knocked each other down. That's 2 knockdowns for Wilder. Here we go. We're going into the final round, guys. This bonkers fight. Final round. For these guys, round number 12 of 12, conversations and commentary, Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder. What a crazy fight it's been so far. Unorthodox, almost like lawless in its own, not listening to the ref, people falling out of the ropes, knockdowns that may not have been knockdowns. The referee literally losing his head over the fighters because they're like two disobedient children. Yeah, it's been a crazy fight, but let's see if we get this shootout in the last bit of the fight. Chisora going into the fight. He knows he's in the final round, so he'll probably up the gears, to be fair. Saw it when he fought Otto Wallin. So here we go. Wilder hits him with a nice backhand, goes in with another backhand, a 1-2 again. Chisora tries to throw his overhand. They're smothered. Here we go. Chisora walks forward, going in with the overhand once again. They know there's like 2 minutes left. They are both going at it. Both guys in the clinch. Talk about leaving it all in the ring. Jab coming out from there from Wilder. Oh, Chisora once again going for that overhand. It's like you know what he's going to do. He's going to lunge forward and he's going to throw that overhand. Can't believe this has gone the distance. Cannot believe it. This is one thing I never thought would happen. We've got literally 1 minute and 20 seconds until the end of this fight. 12 rounds, guys. And listen, anything can still happen now. So you can't speak too soon. But I never thought he was going to get to 12 rounds, put it that way. Everyone's got Wilder in at the moment. That's Frampton and the guest zone. The fan zone, sorry. We've got 52 seconds left in this round. I think the final 10 seconds is going to be bonkers. If it doesn't start from 30 seconds, you got to win the round. Take the doubt away. Chisora walking weirdly on his little legs there. Overhand once again coming in from Chisora. Hooks coming in from Wilder. Guys are both in the clinch once again. 29 seconds left. Round number 12 of 12. Overhand. Chisora just throws wildly, missing the head of Wilder. Going in with the hooks to the head. Both guys in the clinch and the ref separates the two. 10 seconds left, guys. 10 seconds left. Make it count. Chisora just throwing crazily. Headlock. That clock went quick. Was that 10 seconds? I didn't think that was 10 seconds. That was insane, that was. Right, it could all be down to this 12th round. Hope we never see both fighters in the ring again for the sake of the sport of boxing. I think we will, you know. If it goes to the cards, then Dell should get the nod, just because this is England and Wilder is a muppet. I honestly don't know who's won this. It's the craziest fight I've ever watched on pay-per-view. Yeah, you got to say that. Chill out. Well, where have you been? Good to see you. I want Chisora to win, but Wilder let him off. Super saying I think it's a draw. I think lots of the fans have got it as a draw. That was not the fight I expected, not the fight any of us expected. We did not expect it to go the distance. That's over. Wilder, 117, 112 for me. Fair play. You managed to score it. Wilder walking around like he's just won the world championship title. You know what he's like. He's happy and he didn't get sparkled. Bon Scott, pound for pound, legs thinner than a Sprite can. Runs by Reigns, supreme. Derek, now a fan. Wilder won that for me, but they'll rub him. 115, 115. We got the draws. I'm going in hard. That was embarrassing to watch. I don't care about the fact it's their last fight. What are we saying? What are we saying? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Forget it. I didn't score it anyway. Let's us see what happens here. It's going to take a while for the judges to come to their decision. Right, the scores are Nile and Nile scoreless draw. How can it be a draw when Chisora got punched out the ring twice? Yeah, true point, true point, true point. Osborne Grant saying it's a draw. Did Wilder get a point taken off him though, Iffy? 68. 68 says, I don't even care. Have we got to that point now? Have we got to that point? Oh, that's what I should have done. Just put that there. That's better. Deontay Wilder on his phone. Come on, let's see what the scores are. Oh, this is taking too long. This is going to be something messed up. You know what it's like when it takes this long. It's either going to be controversial or upsetting for someone. You know what's going to happen. Let's have a look at the chat. Oh, no, I'd never take any of those shots, ever. I know I'd get absolutely sparked. Mr. A says, rumour has it Nigel Farage has just left with Wilder's girlfriend. James said, we shouldn't see both fighters back again. I don't know. See, when they play it on the playbacks, you can kind of see that some of the shots were landing and they were quite good. It just really wasn't appealing on the eye. The judges are going to be having a nightmare with this. But it was entertaining, though. It was crazy. It was not skillful, but it was definitely entertaining. I wasn't bored watching it. And I missed some of the chat some of the times because it was like, yeah, I just need to keep my eye on what's going on there. So I thought it was entertaining. It was not orthodox, but it was. Oh, here we go. But it was entertaining. Come on. Are we ready, guys? Before we go to the scorecards. Oh, I was thinking what they're going to do now, not song and dance. Yeah. Give them a round of applause. They deserve it. Sean McAvoy, 115, 111, Wilder. 4 rounds for Wilder. Phil Edwards, 115, 112. Chisora, split. Come on. Oh, they give it to Deontay Wilder. They're going to make the AJ fight now. That's next. Yep. Split this. Yep. That'll be Anthony Joshua next for Deontay Wilder. Eddie Hearn be there counting up his cash. Counting up his, yep, let's get that fight done. Well. The Bronze Bomber got the dub. Right, I am going to get off because we've been going for nearly 4 hours. You guys have been fantastic. Sorry about the streaming malarkey to start off with. Sorry about that. But we'll get there in the end. We will be live streaming next week as well for Fury Makhmudov. So we'll be back here next Saturday, hopefully with maybe a better setup. We'll see how it goes. But I just want to say a personal thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you for continuing to support the channel, for making me laugh, for putting the comments in the chat, for watching the videos, all of the magical stuff that you do. I am very, very, very grateful. And it's great to see some of you been here for years and years and years. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. So I'm going to say au revoir. You know, we say stay ready. Hopefully I can end the stream. I might not be able to because my computer's frozen. But au revoir. Love you lots. And I'll see you next weekend.